Right now, you have to say yeah. You have to say yeah right now. You know, of course, you had the boxer versus the boxer versus the most destructive puncher in probably history. And then on top of that, you know, he has one other person to beat, whoever is that person with the winner between Joshua and Fury. But you got to say yeah, because like I said before, it's only four dominant heavyweights right now: Joshua, Usyk, Fury, Wilder, and well, Fury being number one.
Okay. Is it because he's the last one undefeated, or is it because he beat Deontay Wilder, who was people say arguably is the hardest puncher, or a guy that people said AJ
I
ducked?
was no no
People
no
ducked
no. I
AJ
was
ducked him. Am I right?
I would say you say Fury because he's the person who stopped the freight train who had 10 consecutive 10 consecutive title
Defenses.
defenses. You know what I'm saying? I'm not basing it off, you know, because he be Wilder. I'm just basing it off the accolades. Now, of course, Joshua did too. Don't get me wrong, Joshua did too. But Joshua, that shit stopped when he was beat by Andy Ruiz the first time. Yeah, he did regain the belts, but then he lost again to Usyk. So again, you know what I mean? Like I said before, I'm basing Fury for number one because, like I said, even Fury told y'all himself, shit, those other heavyweights not beating Wilder.
Mm. Straight up, he did say that. He did say that. And that was before the fight. He
Yeah,
said that
Fury,
before the
like I
fight.
say, man, Fury ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? He'll joke around, shoot the shit, shoot and all that. But he ain't stupid though. You know what I'm saying? He know what really be going on.
Was Deontay Wilder a sore loser in your opinion? I didn't
From
see if
last
you
night,
were. Yeah, because they Fury. That's what they painting him as. They said Fury walked over. The fight is over now. We fought 3 times. Bygones be bygones. It's over.
well, see, people will
I don't
say
know if you
that.
was in the corner or you heard what he said.
No,
What did
I'm,
he
I'm
say
gonna
when he
tell you. I'm
walked
gonna
over?
tell you what's really good. See, people think that because everything shall, as we know right now, is on the up and up. People think that as if he should, you know, what I'm saying, speak to him. But my thing is this: now the fights might be over, but guess what? Ain't over. Them niggas going to court, bro. And I don't know if people thought I was playing a line about whatever that shit, you know, going on. But them niggas, bro, it's still work to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, my only thought about and I never had a doubt, but my only thought that I was concerned with is the dent in the side of his face. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I ever been concerned about. You know what I'm saying? Going into this fight. Now, however, people thought it wasn't true and don't think is that it's real. That's the reason why. I mean, I wouldn't want to shake a motherfucking hand either, nigga.
Can I ask you a question?
You,
What's
you
up
just
with it?
hey, let him finish his statement,
Oh,
please.
okay,
Though go
okay.
What's up
and
with it,
brother,
boss talk? What's up with it?
yeah, let him
Good,
finish
good,
that. I
good.
want to hear what you were saying with
No,
that.
no, no. Let him talk. Let him talk.
All right.
So you just said they going to court like on some real shit, like they about to go to court.
Man, bro, y'all thought I was playing?
I
No,
didn't
no,
even
no.
get to a
I,
brotherhood. I
I, I
was gonna
thought I
get to a
thought he.
brotherhood. I got it. I know it don't look like I
I
know
didn't
what
know
I'm
that.
doing,
This
but
is
I got it.
breaking news to me.
Yeah, go ahead, Tay, because that was gonna be my next question
That's
after you
all I was
finish.
asking.
Go ahead, Tay.
Breaking news about what,
I thought the arbitration already happened. Was that
bro?
just to get the fight,
We
the
talking
third
about
fight?
we talking about these injuries. We talking
Oh,
about
oh shit! Damn.
so like what people thought this shit wasn't real. That's the whole reason.
That's why I got kind of
This
confused.
shit
I'm
for
like,
real.
he
Like
already
Nick,
go to
like
it.
it's no, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
no fake beef and all that. This shit real.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that shit. That shit real. Like people thought y'all was gonna hug it. I'm like, nah, they ain't gonna hug that shit after we get
Nah,
involved, man.
there's a couple channels that said that. Oh, they gonna hug and talk and clap it up and cheer
Mm-hmm.
after they fight. Nah, this shit
Guilty,
for real.
guilty. I said I don't. I said one day down the line, these guys are gonna be these old heavyweights, and we're gonna see them beside each other like George Foreman and Ali and Frazier. And I thought I would see that one day in my lifetime when they make the movie about these guys' lives, because they will make a movie about Wilder one day, and I believe as well with Tyson Fury, if not just about this fight and
Oh
this
yeah,
trilogy.
for
This is
sure.
a movie, right?
Right.
Hell yeah.
So when you say Tay, we still gonna go to court, or have the wheels already been put in motion on that to your to your best of your knowledge?
But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I say, that shit actually been in place.
Mm. Has anybody been subpoenaed to ask any questions for far as arbitration? Has anybody
Now,
been subpoenaed?
what I do know is that shit was brought up in court. I mean, arbitration. You know, the judge definitely asked. What Tyson Fury was pretty much saying. You know, one of the reasons why he didn't want to fight Deontay is because he was damaging me reputation. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And the judge asked Deontay why, and Deontay told him why and was showing him why. So it's not like it hasn't came up before, because it has.
Okay. Another question I had: do we owe Mark Brilliant an apology?
For what?
Because obviously Deontay Wilder still failed to complete the test. He didn't get the job done. He still looked lethargic. Some would say. Some say he still didn't look like he had his legs. And Mark Brilliant wasn't there to give him water this time. So, what happened this time in reference to that?
I mean, like I say, it's no excuse for it. Like I say, I even went live earlier.
I saw it. I was there.
Like, D looked gas from the third round and going forward. You know what I'm saying? But for as an apology to Mark Breland, the reason why I can speak on that is because I was there in the corner of the last fight. Like, I know for a fact that he did ask Coach Jay to about throwing the towel. But the thing about it that I didn't like, it was more, when people don't get this and people don't understand this, he was more influenced from the outside than the own corner. You know what I'm saying? He was influenced by other people. And like I said before, when I personally saw him shaking and pick up the towel that was up under Marcelo's foot to throw it in. You know what I'm saying? So when it was thrown in, people didn't know, nobody in the corner knew where it came from, because he did ask Jay like 2 different times. Jay said no. And then on top of that, Jay also told Deontay something to do inside the ring to make sure that he was receptive of what he was saying. And Deontay did that. Although he was still getting hit, but he was still receptive, which is why JD's never threw in the towel. But for Mark, on the other hand, because I was right there, I sat right behind Coach Cuz. I was in arm distance reach behind Coach Cuz. I was in arm distance reach for Coach Mark Breland. The same towel that he threw in, like I said before, was the same towel that was up under Marcelo's foot. But I felt, me personally, because I was there, and I heard what was going on. He was more influenced from the outside to the fighter who was talking to him from the outside, banging on the gate.
Andre Darrell, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Brotherhood Boxing had a question for you. Go ahead, bro.
What's going on? So you saying that that Mark Breland threw in the towel because so he already asked JD's and stuff like that, like you said?
Yeah, he did. Ask me twice.
Man, in that position, like Wilder was taking a lot of punishment. If it was, he did get cheered. So I understand what Mark Breland was doing, man. He didn't want to see his fighter get knocked out like him. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not
Okay.
saying that Mark Breland was wrong or right. I'm just saying that I understand where he was coming from.
Okay, so here's my question.
I understood too. I understand too. You know what I'm saying? But what happens if you're, like, put it like this though? If you work for me and you kept coming late and I said, don't come late again, right? What am I supposed to do? Keep you aboard?
No.
Right. So the same thing with Deontay. Deontay told them, like, tell them all the time, let me go out on my shield. I understand about the injuries and things of that nature, like Deontay said. At the end of the day, my kids are taken care of.
Say, I got to give you a little pushback on that, because we're talking about saving somebody's life, right? Being tardy for work is different from, this trainer is there to protect you from yourself. I know you said that, and you told me that, but your trainer supposed to protect you from yourself. This guy sees your wife, sees your kids. He's seeing you outside of this ring.
Yeah,
I get paid to be here, but this guy cares about you. He don't want to see you die, even if you say you want to do that. He don't want to see that, Tay. And shout out to your coach. Your coach Mustafa would not want to see that happen to you.
Yeah, but same with me and Coach Mustafa. We got things in place. You know what I'm saying?
And if he does what, you're gonna fire Mustafa all this time if he throws the towel in.
Mustafa know that.
So is that just, hey, is that okay? Well, fuck it. I'll just lose my job tonight then, bro. I'm not gonna let you do that. That's something he's gonna have to deal with.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's totally fine. But for as Deontay, like I said before, like last night, you know what I'm saying, knocked out in the 11th round, right? But he did it at his own cost, his own will. Deontay is the type of person, you know what I'm saying, he don't feel as he owes anybody anything, because he did this on his own, in which he did. You know what I'm saying?
Did what exactly?
He's tough,
Yeah,
man.
what-
He
I'm
got
saying,
back up at some.
maybe I said that wrong. Came into the sport and created this whole thing by himself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mark came along after the Olympics and things of that nature. But what I'm saying is he created this whole thing is by himself. He was never supposed to be here, but he doing something that he loved, like you said before. Let me be. I'm okay. Everybody else taken care of. Nobody else gonna take care of that situation that I have going on, which everything is taken care of. But he went out on his shield. He always said, like, if I can talk about hitting a man and killing him in a ring, I should be able to reciprocate the same thing. And I understand that, and he a man of his word for doing that.
Go ahead, brother. I think he had a question for you. Go ahead, brother Hillboxer.
Yeah, man. Wilder's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough dude, but it's just
tough,
so much
but look, the
punishment.
thing about it though, but
it's so much punishment, bro.
And I understand that, and that's what I'm about to say. Tough don't win fights. You know what I'm saying?
What,
I
got a question. So
okay, I said it wrong. Being tough win.
Brotherhood, you got to let him talk too, brother. Like,
go
I don't want to
ahead.
keep you off the panel, but when he's talking, please, like, write it down. I'm the host, and I got a pencil and paper, and I'm writing it down,
like
so I don't cut him off. So please,
being tough, like it win you fights. Don't get me wrong, but being tough and taking punishment ain't gonna win you no fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, shit, you know, like me personally, I was like, fuck, you know, I'm looking at the third round. I'm like, okay, cool. It just seems to me after that, you know, that knockdown, it was never able to gather his legs. But then at the same time, shit, he always say, I always got to punch a chance. So when the fifth round come and get the two knockdowns, I'm like, where the fuck did he get his energy from? You know what I'm saying? And
was it the fourth or I thought it was the fourth round.
That was the fourth?
I think it was the fourth round. He had just got dropped, and then he dropped the guy the next round.
Shit, like I say, man, the shit was just so fast last night, man.
Like a movie, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother Hubison. Please ask your question for him. I want to get through these questions that I have here before he has to go. So please go ahead.
Question. So what is next for Wilder? You think what is next, man?
That's part of my question, brotherhood. Let me get through all of my questions real quick. and then after I get through my I only got about 5 or 6 more. Let me get through my questions, and I promise I'll let you get your bars off. I'd say so I don't have to ask you about quote unquote is Glovegate over. Shout out to King Asian Math. He's right here.
I don't think so.
He coined that phrase the night of the fight. Of the second fight. So in your mind, it's not over due to ongoing litigation. So we can move on. Did you see the improvements? Because we saw a lot of things in camp. You was in camp. You saw some things in camp that we're not privy to. But in the midst of the actual fight, did you see things not translating? And like, man, it's not working because some things you can't train for. I.e., the guy keep putting you in the headlock and hitting you in your kidneys. Y'all not doing that and when you're training. The rabbit punching, y'all don't train and getting like the guy Helenius wasn't hitting Wilder with a bunch of rabbit punches, I'm sure. How do you guys what do you think about the improvements that you saw and also the improvements that you will hope that you would have saw more of, please?
So here's the thing, right? Me knowing the game plan, Malik Scott, you know, I know
that's gonna be a question I got for you later too. About the game plan. So
I know people gonna ridicule Malik Scott and say maybe he should fire Malik Scott. What people don't know, and some of the people who did come down early got a chance to see what the game plan was. And I'm quite sure and positive that if you ask those guys, everything that Fury did, Malik Scott said that he was gonna do. And the game plan was set out for Deontay. Deontay started off with the game plan the first 2 rounds. Now, like I said before, I know shit is different inside the ring, but I'm not sure what made him get off of it because what he did he won the first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And what made him get off of it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Now, to me, it seemed as Fury was trying to figure it out. You could say clueless. I wouldn't say too much confused, but it was clueless. Like, oh shit, this is a different motherfucker. So let me see how we can attack this or make an adjustment to it. So as I'm going to the body now, of course, heavyweight, his body type is not a heavyweight body type is not to go to the body all 12 rounds. But there's different things that Deontay knew that was incorporated into what Malik Scott was teaching. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said before, now the first 2 rounds, yeah, but what made him get off of it or why he got off of it, I have no clue. You know what I'm saying? Because it definitely was there. There was a couple of things that, Malik was exercising and stressing in camp that he didn't do. And I don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
So, which leads me to my next question. Should Wilder fight Malik Scott? I gotta ask this. People are saying it. Look, no, it was JD's. That was the question. I had JD's on the question, but let's switch them around. I'll do the Malik Scott question first. Should Wilder fight Malik Scott? And the reason why I'm asking, I rock with y'all. That was my first heavyweight fight ever, seeing Wilder in Alabama. I still got the ticket stub. I still got the pictures with the rain car girls. It was just beautiful for me. Stayed at the Marriott. We walked back. We were so energetic, and that was like halfway through. I was like, damn, I feel like I'm back in the Army, bro. This is like a 4-mile walk. After having some drinks and watching the fight, the adrenaline wore down about 2.5 miles in, but at this point we committed. My brother, Malik Scott didn't know that Wilder couldn't carry the weight for 12 rounds. We didn't work on the endurance in the camp.
But see, that part of it had nothing to do with Malik Scott. Malik Scott was primary focus was what he's doing in the ring. You see what I'm saying? Now we got doctors, we got nutritionists, and you got strength conditioning coach. Now they all did their things at different times. You see what I'm saying? So Malik implemented. I know for a fact Malik implemented what was needed to be done. Like I said before, you can go back and ask the people who've seen the strategy or a game plan beforehand, and they would totally agree with me. It was there, and everything that Fury did that night was there. Now, why? Like I said before, why D got off of it? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But you can't fire Malik because you didn't reciprocate what was supposed to be strategized the whole time. You see what I'm saying?
Which leads me to the next question, Mr. Jones, the execution. Now that the fight is over, can you share it with us? Please share with us what the game plan was, because my next question was, did Malik Scott have a bad game plan, or did the Bronze Bomber unfortunately fail to execute a well-put execution?
We just, it's no excuses. We just didn't execute. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, just to execute. First 2 rounds he did. Magnificent first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Magnificent first 2 rounds. But at the same time, why did he get off of it? Who knows? I have no clue. But the game plan was to attack the body, was to hit anything on his body, work from the bottom up, because we know he gonna throw the right hand. The whole world know that. But how can you throw the right hand without softening something up or giving somebody something to think about? You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, Fury had new tactics. You seen forearm parry from Fury.
I saw him do this thing right here where he would put his arm up like that and loop around Wilder's head in the headlock. Yeah, and then let go and pop an uppercut. He will hold him and then he'll let go and shoot an uppercut under.
That's one of his tactics, though. I mean, Fury.
I didn't see him go to it like that, like this fight.
He did that in the second fight.
Now,
second fight.
Now, when you talk about the game plan was to really soften Fury's body. It was times where I saw Deontay, instead of doing the straight right up front, he did a lead, where he did a 1-2, but it was straight to the body, or he shot the lead right straight to the body. Didn't even aim for the head.
That was on the first round. That's when he backed him up. Everybody like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But he went away from it. But he went away from it, and me as a fighter myself, I'm trying to figure, why did you go away from it? Because it definitely wasn't work. It definitely was working. You know what I'm saying? You gave Fury a lot to think about. You can't. First round flawless. You feinting, bang, back to the body. Feint up top, go down low. Stretched the arm out, went to the body. I didn't understand why he went away from it. You know what I'm saying? Fatigue, stamina, or whatever the case it was. Like I said before, I didn't understand why. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now when he's so the game plan was to start off at the body. At what point was the game plan? Did the game plan supposed to switch to start working the head? Because it seems like he jumped the gun on that.
That's what I'm saying. See, He didn't get. He was fainting along with going to the body. Now you faint with going to the. And now you fainting and going up top. The long jab, walking away from your work, giving him something to think about, thinking you going off guard, making sure. Now, one thing I do know is Tyson Fury. In any fight that you seen D in, when he's alert, right? We got this thing called alert. When he's in this position here, Fury never attacks. Every time he's here, Deontay is in this position here, with his hand out or his hand up here, Fury never attacks. That's called the alert. You know what I'm saying? Even when Fury, sometimes Fury would start putting his hand out like here. We had tactics for that. It was strong arm this way, strong arm that way, come over the top. Even when D did do it at one point, he never threw nothing back. He never threw anything. Like I said,
he was just knocking it down. Your coach Mustafa trains that as well too. Where you knock the hand down, bang, knock it down, bang.
That's what I'm saying. But see, that's why I say why fire Malik when these stuff was already implemented.
So have you had a chance to talk to brother Malik Scott since the fight?
Nah, he texted me a couple hours ago.
But that was the first time you guys have actually had a time to talk since the fight.
Yeah, we ain't really talk, man. There was some other shit going on behind the scenes, when I got into it with some people, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay. We don't want to talk about that. Another question we had for the team and the Wilder supporters as well. Should Wilder retire? And if not, what's next? We heard him say in the pre-presser that, hey, I don't ever have to box again. My kids are good. Some guys are like me who believe he took more punishment in this fight than he ever took in any fight. Sometimes multiple fights combined. You wrote in my chat, you actually thought the second fight was worse than this one.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that first, and then let's get into the retirement question. Why do you think the second fight was worse?
I was saying the second fight because it was absolutely nothing done besides the two big right hands in the second fight. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, what did he do in the second fight? But you go back and look at the third fight, he had spots. And like I said before, because of the I guess fatigueness or tiredness or how he got tired so quick, I don't know. But
you talking about Wilder. I'm talking about him taking more punishment in the second fight because he only had 2 points. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
he had more. To me, I felt like the second fight was the worst.
But it was shorter though. The second fight ended up being shorter, a lot shorter.
But
compared to going
of course, but shit, he also, even though he took punishment, he also dished out a lot of punishment in the second and third fight as well. But then again, when we talk about punishment, we talk about somebody who started boxing at 19. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm quite sure a lot of the guys has taken way more punishment than Deontay. Two fights within 15 years. That's not going to do as much damage as it might do over course of a span somebody who started at 7-8 years old.
Look, since we're back on
that's in my opinion.
Since we're back on the second fight, let me ask you this: if the gloves, when did the team find out the gloves were bad, or like,
brother, 6 o'clock that morning?
6 o'clock the next morning, you realize, hey, something is up with these gloves.
6 o'clock in the morning. And that's why I try to tell people, like, I'm the person who the phone call was made to about all this, a lot of shit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who called D and said, hey, bro, you need to call such, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they saying, woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? So that's how I know I'm just not talking crazy or just saying anything outside of my, talking outside my neck, you know what I mean? Because I'm the person who got the phone call, you know what I mean? I'm the one who told D. Like I said before, it's some stuff like the WBC, I spoke to them before any of this shit came out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Now, if the gloves were bad, knowing what we know now, and the gloves were bad, when you say Mark Breland did the right thing by stopping the fight, like, you can't win a fight with a guy if he has egg weights in. You can't win a fight with a guy if he doesn't have, if he's manipulated the gloves. Like, when you say that, knowing what we know now, because both things, I always say both things can't be true, Tay. Where you think, hey, the water is bad, my suit is too heavy, my vision is wrong,
But did
this
he
nigga
ever
got
did
egg
this?
weight
This what
so
I want
bad.
to get. This what I want to get. Did he ever say I lost because my suit was too heavy?
No, I did not hear that.
All right.
But the suit was mentioned. The legs not being mentioned, right? The legs were mentioned, correct?
Yeah. And his exact words were, without Kevin O'Coley playing the whole thing for whatever reason there was. But he did say, before this fight even started, my legs were heavy. My legs were already gone. That even my suit felt heavy. Even though my suit felt heavy. Now I never heard him say that I lost the fight because my suit was too heavy.
I never heard him say an exact reason why he lost the fight. Have you?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so but I want to get an answer on this one though. I
For
want to
Mark
let you.
right? Talking about
If the gloves were bad and he really believes the gloves were bad, whether loaded or tampered with, whatever, knowing that at 6 a.m, how do you still fire Mark Breland for throwing in the towel?
that's like I say, that's something you have to talk to D about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have anything bad to say about Mark Breland. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, was he the one who gave him water? Yeah, but he also told y'all he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And even on top of that, now I never really said this publicly before, but there was a time when me and D had a talk before, and he said that I do have to start learning new things. For people who always critique him on his style and things of that nature, he said I do have to start learning new things. He always said, well, he said maybe like a couple months before the second Fury fight that you know what, Tay, I actually outgrew Mark, but I always kept him around, kept everybody, and even Jay, I always kept him around because I always said that whoever I came in the game with, I was gonna keep. So don't think that Deontay is naive and ignorant of not understanding what he needs to do. It's just that his loyalty runs deep.
Fair enough. Okay. Another question I have for you right here. What do you say to the naysayers who say what his legs were gone and all of that is possibly just nervous energy because of the magnitude of the event? It's such an enormous event.
Well, how can you say that when the man defended the title 10 times? It's okay.
Levels though, it's the biggest event of his career.
Yeah, true, but true enough. But you got to think of it like this too, though, Mark. It's not about what you do to get the belt; it's what you do to retain the belt. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do to retain the belt to remain champion. So it was, to me, in my eyes, is no pressure on D, but at the same time, I just don't know why he got tired so quick. I don't know why. That's been a conversation between me and the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Because what y'all saw, let me ask you this: how many rounds did you guys train for? Or as far as you know, now that the fight is over, we can discuss that, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, training count went fine. Like I said before, I was confident of what we saw, what I saw in camp, and others as well. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was confident. So even with that being said, it's like, what went wrong? You know what I'm saying? Was it something that he did that we don't know about? You know what I'm saying?
How
Don't
many
know.
rounds did you were you guys training for? Was it 15? Did y'all do 12?
Sometimes it depends on the sparring days. It depends on the sparring days. Because like I said before, we would have like 3 or 4 sparring partners there. Right? We'll have 3 or 4 sparring partners there, but at the same time, just because they're there doesn't mean we're gonna go 10, 12 rounds. And truthfully, like, even though they got 20-ounce gloves on, it was, he'd be hurting them guys. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it might be 6 rounds, sometimes it might be 8. One day it might be 15 rounds, and the next day it might be like a 12 round. Then it might jump from to a 6 to back to an 8. You know what I'm saying? It just varies. Now, on the days that has been long sparring days, I haven't been able to make those when we had long sparring days. But what I can say is, even if he do the 6 rounds or he do the 8 rounds, he still got more rounds implemented and doing, like, maybe on the mix or 8 on the bag or doing the double end bag or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it varies and it's been implemented. But because I'm not a heavyweight, I don't know how heavyweights train. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to train. I train different than a heavyweight do. You see what I'm saying? I know when I get ready for my fights, you know, if I got a 6-round fight, or just like when I fought in Dungo, 10-round fight, I only sparred even because I was injured, but I sparred one time. The one time I did spar, no, I sparred twice. One time I did spar before I got injured, I did 10. After I got injured, you know, I only did 3 just to make sure everything was okay. See what I'm saying? But even during that time, we made, you know, even though I wasn't sparring, they would maybe put on the elevation mask, and I was shadow box as if I was sparring somebody, but not getting hit. But I was still doing 10, 12 rounds. Not only would I would do 10, 12 rounds, I will also do that in like a sauna, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that my breathing was okay, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that although I'm not sparring, I'm still getting, you know, something that substitute to take place of sparring. You see what I'm saying?
So what was the most rounds you saw that you that you know of?
The most I saw was 8, but I do know he has did 15 a couple times. I know that for a fact.
Okay. But you said the head coach and the strength and conditioning were both, you guys were working. It sounded like you said they wasn't working together.
Say what now?
It sounded like you said they wasn't working together.
No, I'm not saying they won't work. What I'm saying is the coach gonna focus on what he need to focus on. Strength and conditioning gonna focus on what he need to focus on, and the nutritionist gonna focus on what they need to focus on. Now, they do talk to each other and let them know what has he done this day and what can I implement, so he don't, you know, overwork that certain area. You know what I'm saying? They definitely talk, but you know, however they work that out is how they work that out. I don't know too much about how they was working out, but I do know they do, you know, because we all brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We do talk. You see what I'm saying? I just don't know I guess you could say the promotity of how they was working, you know what I'm saying?
Should Wilder retire? The people are saying he's retired. They don't want to see him laid out like that. He said he made enough money where he don't have to do this. His kids, his wife would be taken care of. Should he retire? Give me your take on that, Tay.
No, he shouldn't at all. He still got some more work to do.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, we now we can say he fought, you know, like I always say, I'm the best fight the best.
Right.
You know
That's how you become 2- and 3-time champion, right?
Exactly. So shit, you know, and we heard it from last night from Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns said, "Shit, fuck it, running back." He said, "I wouldn't want to watch another fight. Run that shit back."
He want to watch them go again.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
it. Oh my God. Do you think fans would pay for that again after seeing Fury beat him twice? Once some could argue, not me, but some would argue that he won all 3 fights. Wilder was gifted a draw. What do you say?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you say to people say that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually thought he did win the first fight. You know what I'm saying?
Who, Fury?
No.
Wilder won the first fight.
Wilder, yeah. Just from, like I say, because I know
first early rounds and the 2 knockdowns, right?
Yeah, I actually had him win the first 4 rounds of the last fight. I mean, the first fight, and then of course the 2 knockdowns. So altogether, that's 6 rounds.
Actually, would have been more than that, because those 2 knockdowns, just those 2 rounds where he knocked him down are 4 points.
That's what I'm saying.
So all he needed to do was win 3 rounds to win by 1 point.
That's what I'm saying. So that really equates to what, 7 rounds?
Yeah.
Well, no, that actually equates to 4 rounds.
8. No, yeah, because you gave him, you gave him 4 rounds, and then you gave him, that's 8. You gave him 8 points. Okay, all right. Now, a lot of times people want to throw away fighters when they lose, right? Like but we wonder why. Hey, man, these guys retire early, or why they retire early. The fans kind of throw you away sometimes. People feel like they can't market you or promote you once they see you on a meme, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody, for the most part, has lost a fight, bro. Whether amateurs or pro. No, Floyd Mayweather lost in the amateurs. He lost
man, like I say, you know, then Manny Pacquiao was knocked out cold. They used him
several times.
He was a meme as a birthday cake. That don't mean you can't come back. He came back and became champion multiple times. See what I'm saying?
Actually, he did. Yeah, because he took Thurman's title.
Yeah.
He had already got another title. Then he fought Mayweather, lost Mayweather, then won the title again.
And then lost the horn, and then won the title again.
Then won the title again.
Yeah.
Then beat Thurman and won the super champ title.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
several times over. So no need to throw away. So I don't have to even ask you this last question. Can Wilder be champ again? Some people saying yes, he can, but he needs to go over there in these other sanctioning bodies, like try to come up in those. How do you feel about that? Like him, so he can get a shot at those other guys now that he's not a WBC champ, so he doesn't go to the back of the line. Because obviously, whether he won or lost, he's obviously still top 5 in the world. Might not be top 1 or 2 or 1, 2, 3 no more, but he's still top 5, top 6 in the world at what he does.
I think they got him at number 3 right now.
Still.
Right. So even with that being said, why not? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt. I mean, I believe he easily walked through any of the title contenders in any of the sanctioning bodies. I believe he definitely walked through Charles Martin. I believe he definitely walked through Dillian White. I definitely believe he walked through a lot of these guys.
Dubois, Anderson.
Easy.
He'll beat Anderson. He'll beat Dubois.
Easy.
But what about the Dillian White fight? I know they said Fury's gonna have to Dillian White and Otto Wallin got to fight, and the winner is gonna fight Fury.
Well, Otto Wallin gonna win that fight.
Otto Wallin's gonna beat Dillian White.
Yeah.
Why do you say that,
bro? Dillian White, he's been their course crash dummy. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't giving him no title shot though. He ain't getting. Bro, that's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad that he never got to fight Wilder, bro.
And like I say, I'm mad that he didn't get to fight a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely had that chance. All he had to do was fight Ortiz.
I thought Wilder was saying that. That's not, but Wilder don't make those decisions, though, right? That's what
no. He was pretty much telling like, bro, we can fight. It don't matter if we can fight. But see, Wilder being a smart businessman, every time Eddie Hearn would try to, say something about Joshua, he would throw Dillian White there. So when Dillian White would say, how about me and you get it on? He said, well, shit, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing they do to your ass, right? Since y'all don't want to play fair, we ain't gonna, saying, why we playing fair? Why do I have to fight you to fight your man? So to fight me, to fight my man, here you go. And then on top of that, he was almost, I think he was on his last fight with DAZN before he re-signed. He could have been had a title shot. Win, lose, or draw.
King HMF, thank you for your time and your patience. For those who don't know, we have special guest Pro Bossa. I call him Superstar Bossa because he's right here in my city, and he's a local celebrity to all of us who know him and love him and support him and wish him nothing the best. He goes by the name of Pac-Man. Tay Jones has a dope show on YouTube. If you don't know, your man Marq Nash made the intro, so holler at me for all your intro needs. King Asian Math, we are talking to somebody with inside information about the fight and everything that went good, everything that went bad, good, bad, and ugly, and got you here. Please say what's up to Tay Jones, and if you have any question for him, please go ahead.
I was trying to get in as soon as he join the panel. Tay Jones, you don't act like let this man know we got history together.
Yeah.
I never
He's been up there like this some new stuff to us. What's up, man?
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying to be professional here. I thought I've been doing a good professional job here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have. You just didn't know we had history together. No, I know. I've been supporting him, and I wanted to shoot you out something else like we did for that, not the fight where you just won. Congratulations again on that. You remember the other fight we did doing that for the kids? And I wanted to help you sponsor some other kids to go to the fight in Vegas. I guess you had all that taken care of. But no, good stuff though, Marq. Tay, hey, he knows his stuff. He know the behind the scenes. Give me good insight. So I had no problem with just sitting back, letting them cook. It's always good watching them fight and listening to his dialogue outside the ring as well. He definitely a gem to the sport. And hey, we need more like them. So no, I have no problem just sitting back, listening. But if it's something you want me to get in, and sure,
I'm just being fair and giving you the floor because you're here, he's here. We're gonna be talking about this fight for a while to come. And I definitely wanted your take because he said a lot of compelling things right here. I wrote some things down, but I wanted to give you an opportunity. I, as brother, brother Botson talk as well. Like, please let me get through my questions first, because some of the things you're asking, I'm gonna ask these things. So I be telling people, don't look like I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. I just get wild and have fun sometimes because it's a late night show. But we will honor and respect our guests at all times. That's why some of that shit y'all putting in the chat, I'm not putting it up here right now. Like, that's
Man,
just
they can
total.
put it up.
Yeah, this shit just told. Nah, they put a super chat on it. Yeah, you got to pay me to put that bullshit on the screen, because some of that shit I just don't agree with. But
they
or
can
I
put
read it
whatever
off.
they want to put.
But
Man,
I want to
you know
hear the
what I'm saying?
questions though. If they got any compelling questions, because some of the shit just trolling, and I can't respect that.
Oh yeah, man, come on now.
But we gotta
But I mean, shit, you gotta think about it. I've been failing all my questions. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
You feel me? Shit, like I say,
100%.
A loss is a loss. No matter how you make it out to be, it's a loss. You know what I'm saying?
And even though it was a loss, if I could chime in just a little bit, it was an
Go
honor.
ahead. We having a conversation. Go ahead.
It was an honorable loss. I mean, no, he didn't get the victory, but Wilder should feel no shame about his overall performance. As I said before, Tay got in, and he spoke on it way better than what I did. It was I just saw moments to where he deviated from the game plan. Even though I didn't exactly what the game plan was, just from my knowledge of boxing, from since I've been a participant in the sport, you could tell, hey, he's going off course. We don't know why, but he's going off course.
Yeah, like I say, I just don't. I didn't, because like I say, the first 2 rounds beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, shit, we got something going. No, not saying that Fury was confused or anything, but he had to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? And even with that being said, like I say, I mean, it was beautiful. It just, to me, I don't know why he got away from it, because we went back to like Fury said, either when he throw the first punch or I throw the first punch. Either he gonna revert back to what he normally does, or I'm gonna revert back to the what he normally does. And was Fury correct? Yeah, because that's what we seen. We seen the 1-2. You can see almost like the right hand being you seen the. You ain't seen me on goddamn fight hype. I don't fuck with fight hype, but what I about to say, and you can just see just the 1-2. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know where it came from. And then, like I say before, one thing I've always been critical on is that sooner or later someone will catch on to the hop step 1-2. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and look at it,
I hated it, Tay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can see, and you can. That's what I mean by it being what's the word I'm looking for?
Telegraphed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't see that the whole camp. That's why I was like, hold on, what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
The camera was on you anytime during the fight. You like this, like.
No, I'm not like that. I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, we wasn't going over that. You know what I'm saying?
So he didn't do that at all in the camp. Because in the camp, we saw that Malik Scott do that. We saw him shoot under, bow, and then get out the way.
No, we did see him roll a couple shots, but like I say, by that time it was already too late. But that was, but when we say stuff like that, when we do stuff like that, it be like what's the word? Muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? When we do stuff like that, right? It's just, of course, him and Malik been doing it so long, it became muscle memory. But it should have been muscle memory from the beginning. Like I said, I don't know why he went back to that or why he got away from it. Maybe he's seen something. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't like it because I know what we went over. I know the film study we had. You know what I mean? I know for a fact Malik would send us messages in the morning, you know what I'm saying, or in the middle of the night, or he's calling Deontay, hey, bro, I know you up there. We need to go over this. See what I'm saying? I know that work that he put in. You know what I mean? I text Malik last night, like, bro, if ain't nobody told you, bro, I'm going to tell you, bro, I appreciate you because I know what you did. I know the hard work you put in. You know what I'm saying? I text Malik that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, is it possible? Is it possible that when you're in there doing it with your because some people, I've heard people say it wasn't enough time for muscle memory to kick in with one training camp.
How
because sparring, because I'm gonna set the table for you, Tay.
Okay.
Because they say sparring is different from actually being in there. You don't rehearse with the guy putting you in a headlock, hitting you in the kidneys. So but I'll let you speak. Real
But bro,
world, real
we
world.
gotta ask yourself this. This shit almost been 2 years. Bro, they ain't just started working together just that camp, bro.
Tay, respectfully, how many 7 foot sparring partners did y'all bring in to spar with?
Three, I think it was maybe like at least 6'7" or better. I know for a fact that was 6'9", and the other one was exactly 6'8". So it was two for a fact that I saw. Now I did miss. I think I maybe missed like 2 or 3 weeks worth of spar.
That was because that was due to you training for your own event as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Congratulations again. I think this is the first time I talked to you and told you congratulations. I said it in the chat and I said
For
it
sure. Yeah,
on
yeah.
other platforms, but congratulations. I didn't like how they somebody wrote an article about you and they said you was too hype about your win. But I
Oh
think
yeah,
they
you
was
talking
mad
about
because you was getting
WBN?
was that yeah. I was like, ain't this about a bit? This dude
They,
can't celebrate a win, but
but they ain't even
people but
talk to
y'all
me.
gonna celebrate when he lost though, right?
Bro, they didn't even talk to me, bro. But how can you write an article about me and you ain't even talk to me? Better yet, how can you write an article about me when a lot of, like I say, I'm doing is pure off athleticism. I ain't had
Yeah.
no more than 6 amateur fights, and I only got 8 pro fights. So that tells you a lot about me. You know what I'm saying? And then early in my career, when I was on the B side, I beat what 4 A side opponents. So if you let me tell it, I ain't really supposed to be having that many wins as I do. I got 7 or 6 or something like that with 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? One at 40 with Ndongo in the fight that I know I wasn't supposed to be in, but I was daring to be great. And my second one came at a fight at 160, but I had no business even fighting in that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, have you ever talked to Wilder after the fight, fights where he didn't look like he was gonna pull it, where he wasn't winning, but he, you know, that right hand, what they call it, the Alabama hammer, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. Kissed by the gods.
yeah.
Okay. Have you ever asked him? Here's a matter of fact, this guy, I'm gonna reword it, but Jordan Baker said, have you ever asked him what's going through his mind? Because he said, according to him, Jordan Baker said it looks like at times Wilder seems nervous. Have you ever talked to him what goes through his mind, how he able to pull it out in a fight that he's not really winning? Or do y'all, man, we don't even talk about that. We just talk about
Well, I put
we
it
talk
like
about
this.
regular life.
See, I'm gonna put it like this. He he's never nervous because he know what he's capable of doing.
Mm.
Obviously, we've seen that through 40 fights, right? But here's the thing about it is when you have that deceptive power, you can neutralize anything. A lot of people will say he's down on the cards because a lot of people are used to only seeing him throwing power shots and knocking people out. Well, I've got different videos where people say he was losing a second Ortiz fight. And actually, when I go back and look at that fight, now Ortiz probably had two what that ended the 7 rounds. So Ortiz was in my eyes, but from looking at the fight, Ortiz was up 3 rounds. But there was little things that Deontay was doing in that fight that was setting things up for it to be taking place. Like people talk as if he don't have no type of sense of ring IQ and things of that nature. But when you got a brother like Malik Scott who breaks all that film down and makes you look and make you look at why he doing this and why he's doing that, and every time he does this, it makes perfect sense to me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
It makes perfect sense. Now I'm gonna put it like this. In my last fight, you know where my game plan came from?
Talk to me.
Malik Scott.
You bullshit.
The jabbing
So
to the body did Deontay did or did not start off do that to with Fury?
yeah.
All right, look now check this out. Once Fury started hooking him every time he would go to
I
the
caught
body in
you.
the second
Did you
round.
see that? I saw that
Now
too.
look, now look, now
Go
look,
ahead. Go
now
ahead.
look. That when he started hooking him, it's two things that D could have did. He could have rolled it, went up under the right hand because that was gonna come next. Every time Fury would try to catch him coming in with the
He'll
left,
shoot it down.
he'll shoot it down.
Yeah.
And he already a shorter fighter. We've been practicing on a roll, right? Y'all been
Mhm.
seeing the videos. We're gonna roll up under that. As we going up under that, we can throw the right hand to the body. Now, how about this? Now, in my last fight, I invested so much in the body that what happened? He brought his hand down. I was able to throw the overhand. another pro fighter who was in the crowd, Antonio Tarver, said, "Why don't he just throw the overhand right?" Because Fury hit every time Deontay would go to the body, Fury hit never moved off the line. All Deontay had to do was throw the overhand right. Night.
I saw Wilder early on biting on feints in Fury. Did you guys work on that? Because Fury does that a lot. He has one of the best feints and hesitations that I've seen in the heavyweight division.
Thing. Throughout our camp, we didn't worry about the feints, because one thing about it is the feints is not our problem. That's not something we want to take on a date, right? That's not our business.
Say that again for the people again. Say that one more time.
That's not our business. That's not our problem. That's not something we want to take on a date. So the feint, his feints wasn't our problem. We had to become his feints problems. You see what I'm saying? And where did I get that from? I got that from Malik.
I know you say you don't rock with that other guy like that. That other guy, Shawn. But I heard him on Shawn Porter's podcast. Just to give you a heads up, he called Malik. He said Malik Scott is a boxing genius. Shawn Porter. I think his name Sean Littell from Fight Hype, and he says Malik Scott is a boxing genius. And I believe Shawn and the other guy gave him some pushback a little bit. It was like, boxing genius. And he was like, yeah, I just been around him. I heard him talk about boxing and the things he know about fights, the way he breaks down fights and studies film. He called Malik Scott a boxing genius. Would you agree to that?
Bro, I use his ideas for my last fight.
What do you say to people that say he took a dive in that fight? I gotta ask you that while I'm talking to you. In your mind, I see you scratch your head like, man, that's ridiculous. But what do you say to that? People said they had an issue with him being his trainer because he lost to him. They don't know too many times where a guy actually fought a guy and he became his trainer. House had said things that weren't too favorably at times for Deontay, and now he's in the corner as well. Is it possible that maybe you can give us some answers to that question?
To what, by him taking a dive?
I think it's disgusting, but I don't see it, but I'll let you answer that. But also, more importantly, about House being in the corner. House has said some things that wasn't too favorably towards Mr. Wilder.
I mean, House is on the other side. He was on the other side with Bermain Stavern. You know what I mean? He's what he's supposed to say. Nice things.
Well, we saw Kenny Porter give Terence Crawford and B.E.A.T.S all the credit in the world in their press conference the day of the fight.
They friends.
Okay.
Deontay didn't know he knew of House, but I'm quite sure they wasn't friends.
So he's saying what he's supposed to say, I guess.
And House actually, House believed in himself enough to say the things that he said. But you can overcome those things. I mean, we're on opposite sides of the lenses.
What's your take about Malik Scott? People saying he might have took a dive, or the punch might not affect him as much as he played it off. What's your take on that?
Shit, a lot of people don't want to get hit with that shit, man. First of all, you know how many times Deontay has done punt somebody with when their hands are up and in gloves and still don't get the fuck up? We've seen that numerous times. Like I say, a lot of people say these things and put things in the chat. Only has watched Deontay since he was probably like 35-0. They wasn't there when he was 13-0, up coming on up. When guys was actually putting their hands up, you know what I'm saying? And it might look like, oh, he just got in the ring to take a dive. He was actually hitting motherfuckers on the gloves, and you seen the Bermain Stavern second fight. He hit him on the glove. He didn't, but it wasn't even a flush shot. The man fell. So I guess Bermain Stavern took a dive too.
Oh man, yeah, man, that's a perfect example. Perfect example. For the people, man, yes, man, we got Tay Jones here. He is from the camp. He is a ATL legend down here for the things he do in and out the ring, and but more importantly, how he carries himself and stay out of trouble, keep his nose clean. We saw you getting into it a couple times though, and lead up this fight, man. What was you about to do over there with Fury's brother, man? What happened right there? That clip kind of went viral.
I just didn't like the fact that how they made it seem. They made it seem like I started it, and then at the end of the video, you hear Shane Fury saying the fighters should just fight. Well, if the fighters should just fight, why the hell you start walking behind me? See, they didn't show all that. You see what I'm saying? They showed me leaving out, but then you automatically see me talking. But in the midst of me talking, Shane Fury started walking behind me. He said something to me first. I knew that I was going to see them because Fury was actually in when I recorded the gloves. Fury was actually in there with us. Him and Sugar Hill we were all in the same room. When I walked out, I knew that I was going to see them, but I didn't think none of it. I kept walking. He said something first. He said something between like, "Why do you always think you hard?" I said, "Bro, ain't nobody talking. You shut the fuck up." That's what I told him. I kept minding my business. He started walking behind me. Now you're not just gonna walk up behind me.
And he ain't no little dude neither.
Right, but I'm gonna split your shit though.
Yeah, right. This ain't in the ring, homie.
But yeah, like I'm not from England. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all get down over there, but you know, over here in the city, you walk behind me, boy, you got to get your shit buzzed, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. And then, you know, of course, and that you can see the security guard, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he would push me. And then I think it was Marcus Watson came and grabbed me. But I did that for real, bro. Like, I'll slap the fuck out you, boy.
So he said, walk that way, nigga. Walk that way. Don't be walking behind me.
But then they played as if I just don't like the fact that they tried to make it seem like it was me because it wasn't me. It was actually him. You know what I'm saying? He walked behind, like he actually walked behind me. I could hear the footsteps. That would make me turn around. And when I turned around, I was like, boy, what the fuck you got going on? Because he had said, why do you? Because when he said it, it sounded like he was from a far distance, but he was actually right behind me.
Gentleman's Game. He's a loyal supporter of the show. Good dude right here. He said, why did Wilder stop jabbing to the body and then mix it up? Why didn't he disguise his right though? I'm confused on this. We kind of spoke on this earlier, but he's late getting to the show, man. Please check the rewind. But Tay, can you, if you're humoring with the answer, man, for the people just tuned in, because they might think I'm ignoring the questions in the chat, but some of the questions you guys are asking, I've already asked the brother this, and I appreciate his time and energy. So if we already asked the question, we might not ask the same question. But Tay said he didn't know, but Tay, give it again to the people who don't understand. What are you guys thinking? Who are you sitting beside at the fight? Who are you sitting beside
at the fight?
Yeah,
I sat with a couple of officials. Okay.
So
here's the interesting thing about it, right? So when they had the count, I think it was Fury's second time fighting.
Oh man, I gotta get on. Thank you. Go ahead, because we gotta get on that. Go ahead.
So I started counting with my own hands. I'm counting, and when I get to 8 on my own hands, I see the referee turn around and tell D go to another corner. The officials who was with me, I think they was either part of the officiating crew or they was part of the NSAC. Like I said, I did see like people with NSAC on their shirts, and then there was some people in ties. So I really couldn't figure out who the fuck was who. You know what I'm saying? And but I was sitting with them. It was like 4 of them. It was two males and 2 women, and they were saying the referee wasn't supposed to do that. But however, the case was with that happening, that Deontay somehow I guess wasn't in the neutral corner. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's how that happened. I don't know. I was just going by what they were saying. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Say that again. Now, they lost the count. Is what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is he wasn't supposed to turn around and tell D to go to the other corner. But they were saying that he was also in the wrong corner as well. He should have been in neutral corner, which I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying
that is the rule. You do go to the neutral corner.
Right.
But still, that ref's supposed to look over to the side, pick up the count from them, and then go back 5, 6.
And that was the argument.
Corner, look over there 9. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because even when you looking over, getting the count, you supposed to be like this. The count was incredibly slow. That second, especially that second knockdown. Because when I do the count, when I see that go down, I watched it with my wife like 5 times. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get all the way to 10, and he's at 7. And Fury still ain't up yet. You know what I'm saying?
He's still down. That's what.
Yeah, he's not. Fury's still not up, and I'm at 10. Fury don't get up on my count till about 11 or 12, maybe 12, close to 13.
Right. So that and that was that's what something. Like I said, that's who I was sitting with. I was sitting with some officials or whatever, and they was talking about it, and things of that nature, and said different things about it, and about him saying different things about it. It raised the eyebrow, but it's boxing. Shit happens. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If he was out on his back, it should have just, what I mean? He should have put him out on his back, but he didn't get enough leverage on it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Casual base guy. He said the MX gloves fuck up Wilder's hands.
Yeah. Truthfully, like when he wanted everything to be on the same playing field, I don't blame him. But even when saying that, I think either before we left or we left, but he always has said that, the reason why he stopped wearing the MX gloves is because he would always break his hand. And what did he do? Broke his hand.
No, why did he wear them? Because that brings us back to you with the gloves. We
he wanted to
covered.
break-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We covered your video that you did, the first one, when you were backstage and you're looking at the gloves. I myself played the video. We had people up, and I agreed these shits look wrinkled. I heard JD say, "What it was? Who was with you? Because we was all arguing."
That was Coach down the house.
So House was with you,
Right?
Because we hear a voice saying, "Can D come look at him?" You can hear the guy saying, "What? Can Deontay come look at him?" So that's Coach House saying that.
Because like
I thought that was JD's. And I said, who the hell is this? That y'all asking for permission for him to come down and look at him?
See,
and I'm pissed. That dude was like, "Well, it don't matter. It don't." I heard that motherfucker say, "It don't give a fuck what y'all say. This what's gonna happen, bitch." Sorry, no disrespect, Tay, but that's what I said in real life.
But what else did you get from that video, though?
Like they got their mind made up, and I saw all them. I was like, usually people have different gloves, but like all of these, I was like, man, they might do some 3-card Monty shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, I didn't like the fact where what I got from the video was you guys were persistent saying, "Hey, look, these shits don't look right." We showing them live on our show. People are telling me, yeah, they don't look right. People saying, well, he said, what he call it? What kind of leather he call it? It's butter soft leather. What did he say? Soft leather.
Soft leather.
I was like, my G, I can buy a Bentley with soft leather. It ain't gonna be wrinkled up seats when I get the car, and that car ain't worth half as a fraction of what this damn fight is generating. And I need everything on the even playing field. It seems like you guys submitted right there. Well, or was it the choice of no gloves, no fight? Because y'all did like Maidana did with Floyd and said, "I want to wear my gloves," or no, you can't wear these gloves.
See, my or whole
you not? Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish. But what I told people would say was Deontay wasn't in the advantageous position there because Fury already want a way out. If he say that, Fury be like, "Fuck it," and then Wilder might be getting sued. And I just feel like he wasn't the champion right now. He's the challenger for his old belt. He's not in an advantageous situation. But give me your take on what happened with the whole glove situation when you went and inspected the gloves.
All right. So basically what happened on my end, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know what I'm saying, of course it went viral and people ridiculing me as if I don't know what I'm talking about, right? So I get in the room. Now, only thing I heard was, everybody standing around in a previous room where I recorded and I uploaded that as well. Everybody standing around, things of that nature. Now I heard somebody say, "Hey, House, we need you to come look at the gloves." I wasn't doing shit, so I went over there with them. You know what I'm saying? When we get in there, before I even started recording, they pulled out the gloves. And me and Don House looked at each other. And when you look at somebody, it's like, oh, it's that bullshit. You know how somebody, look at somebody you with, like, boy, they on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And when they pulled it out, I was just like, oh, hell no. And then from that point,
I heard you say that in real time too.
Right, but I said it twice though. Before I even started recording, I said it. And then I said, you know what? Let me record it. Before somebody fuck up what I say or did. I recorded. And then I said, man, hell no. I said it again, just so people could understand what I was saying. And then that's when the commission asked me. And I was very, 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 very deceptive of saying anything. And so, because I wasn't going to say anything because it's not my place to say anything. You know what I mean? So I said, man, hell no. Then that's when you hear the commissioner say, So, what was you gonna say about the gloves? And then you actually hear him say it twice because I didn't say anything the first time that he said that, and then he asked me again because it was like he was trying to get something out of me, which I wasn't even gonna say in the first place. And so when he tried to get that out of me by asking me again, I told him straight was on my mind. Man, these gloves fucked up. Right now, I know Don House is thinking the same thing because we we looked at each other like a 3-second pause, right? And so that's when he said, "Man, we'll just get Deontay to look at him." But the whole time they trying to get him to make up his mind, right? You can tell in the video they trying to get him. Well, what you gonna do, House? Or well, House? How about this? Da, da, da. And they going into now. Notice the only people who brought up manipulation first, they did. They brought that up. Well, you can't manipulate them because this, and the third. Well, nobody said anything about manipulation. They said it first. Then you come back and hear Don House say, well, they tried to get his approval and he wasn't going for it. He was like, well, you can manipulate these. Now, Don House been around the game. He got numerous of champions from back in the 80s. So he's been around this high class fight, right? So, and it was like, well, you can't manipulate him. Then that's when you see the guy say, well, he go to stitching right here, so it can't go nowhere. That's a lie. So what happens when you got the horsehair glove? Even though it's soft, right? Even though it's soft, it spreads. It may not shift left or right, but it spreads to where your knuckles the only thing you can feel with the horsehair, right? But what they didn't say is you can push that horsehair back when you're doing your hands like this. That's why you can look at the first two fights. You see Fury doing like that because he's pushing it. He's packing the hair back. You can actually punch the walls with those gloves to get that hair the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? But people would say that I don't know anything about those gloves because they would say, oh, he's getting schooled. No, I'm not getting schooled. Now, check this out. He also said in that video that when we get our paffing gloves here to Nevada State Athletic Commission, this is how they come. Well, that's a lie because if you go back to when DAZN and Canelo them fought in T-Mobile early this year, there was multiple guys who fought on that card with paffing gloves. Those paffing gloves did not look like that. Then when Lawrence Okolie, you even heard me say it in the video, Lawrence Okolie just fought a guy who had paffing gloves. The gloves didn't look like that. So people were saying that he schooled me, but how can you school me when you said out his own mouth, every time we get gloves in from paffing, this is how they look? Well, that got to be a lie because
who is saying he schooled you? Because I missed that. Because what I saw was I ain't gonna lie, I saw bullying tactic. I saw where you guys can get Deontay Wilder, but whatever, it don't matter what he said. These were the gloves that were sent. These were the gloves that were checked. These were approved. We got one cut. It is what it is, bitch. Minus the bitch part. I'm just saying that's the attitude I got. It's either you want to wear it or it's no fight, or y'all gonna get sued or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got Karen vibes from him.
Right.
That's just me though. But so I don't know what could you guys have done, if anything. Like, was it?
That's why
it sounds like you guys had no options.
That's why you seen D. That's why you seen Dick say, "Okay, well, shit, I'm gonna make it on an even playing field. I'm gonna go with the MX." But when he said he was going with the MX, they had a problem with it.
Oh shit, I ain't know that.
Yeah, Fury team had a problem with that.
Why is that?
You get people you get people like Ahmed in your comment section who say why you pussies and bad losers. Well, ain't nobody bad losing. Why do y'all like to play the way y'all play?
Did Gentleman Gang got another one? I wrote a couple of these down. But I'm gonna go to this question. Keep it. I see these there. But I think this is good. He said, did Wilder ever have a problem with Mauricio Sulaiman, as far as you know?
Not as far as I know. Like I say, we will only see Mauricio Sulaiman is like maybe within the first 5 to 10 minutes when we get inside the locker room. And he would come up.
I thought you was about to say the first week or two before the fight.
Hell no. We'll see him because he's doing like I guess they call it like radio row almost.
Yeah.
We will see him, of course, Deontay go in there and do interviews and shit like that. But for us them like talking, it would really be like the night of the fight. He'll come in like 5 to 10 minutes and briefly speak like on a meet and greet basis, and he'll go on about his day. Which is why I didn't understand in the second fight. He was saying that he watched the hand wraps and this, and third. I'm like, that's a lie. I got video of that. I know you went in there.
Why do you think Fury turned the camera off in that second fight?
I don't know. But see, you know, you got people this time. You know, I was just watching another show. People were saying that, you know, we didn't know if Deontay was warming up in the back or not because Shelly didn't want the cameras in their locker room this time.
In Deontay's locker room?
Yeah, he didn't
Why?
want them.
Any reason?
Okay,
Any
I
reason?
guess he wanted to do the same shit they did. I don't know.
Did you think the ref helped Fury? It was a time where it was a couple. He gave Fury a hard warning in the third round about the headlocks. The headlocks continued the entire duration of the fight.
Yeah.
No more warnings though. After the third round.
Same reason why the referee was switched 3 days before the fight.
Now, to be clear, you did give Fury his credit, Bronze Bomber, for the people who saying you're being biased on certain things because you don't want to accept your guy lost. You gotta
understand. People gotta understand
the loss. He said he lost. He said easy admitted the game plan was there. It was a beautiful game plan. Unfortunately, Deontay failed to execute the game plan, and he has not talked to Wilder yet about the game plan. You just like, are you okay, bro? How you feel? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
y'all ain't even talking about boxing right now. Y'all talking about life. How you feel?
People want to manipulate me. You can't manipulate me because I was the first person out of our crew to say congrats to Tyson Fury.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Whether I like him or not, he had a hell of a fight. He weathered the storm. He got up twice. And shit, he won. I mean, it is what it is. But they want me to I'm not from the UK. I don't suck dick or kiss ass. I don't do that. I gave the man his respect. You know what I'm saying? But for us liking each other, we ain't got to like each other.
Okay. Yeah, no, nobody. Yeah, right. You are not making no excuses. You have said it. You have said it several times. For the people who don't know, he has said, I don't know why the game plan wasn't executed. We don't know why he gassed out because we didn't see that in the camp, right?
Yeah.
Is it possible? And here's a question I had. Because Wilder was so attached to the belief, and still is, that Fury did something nefarious in the second fight. Mm-hmm. He never fully accepted the loss, which ultimately caused him to lose again, because you don't think you lost because he was the better man. You think you lost because he cheated. Right?
What's that again now?
305. Mute your mic real quick, caller. Thank you, caller. Give me 1 second. I'll let you back in. Actually, no. Jay, do you feel like taking any calls or no?
I don't care.
All right.
They ain't gonna ask nothing but the same shit.
Okay. So but some people say I heard the what's the young lady who was doing the commentary, Oddbo, how you say her name? She was with Wilder and Fury doing the presser. She was the lead mic for I know
you're talking about. Yeah,
the moderator. The moderator. What was her name? I can't. I know it's Adbo or Oddbo, something like that. Right. But regardless, she was talking to Ward and Shawn about this. She said, and I thought it was an interesting question to ask you, somebody who's in the team. It seemed like Wilder never really accepted the loss, as in like, hey, he was the better man that night. It was like, it was other things, for lack of better words. What do you say to people who say, because if you don't accept the loss, like, hey, I wasn't better, you're doomed to repeat yourself. What do you say to that?
Well, one thing I can say, I know last night he didn't speak in the ring, but he definitely did an interview. He definitely said that he tried his best and he didn't succeed, and Fury did. So when you say accept the loss, and then before that, you go to the second fight in the ring right after they, saying they stopped the fight, threw in the towel. Well, Marq threw in the towel. He said Fury was the better man. Now, like I said before, I'm not sure if how they do it in the UK or in the US, but I ain't got to keep saying the same thing if I said it once before. What's understood don't need to be explained. He already said before, the better man won. I mean, what more do you want me to say? Because he said it
what
before.
Would be? Yeah.
Now, Now, what
go
I
ahead.
can say is
Let
this.
them finish real quick.
Now, what I
Asian
can
man.
say.
Right.
Now, what I can say is this. Marq, if you had a dent in your face and it wasn't there before, what would you believe? What would you believe?
I mean, I would believe I got hit by a 6'9" guy who almost 300 pounds, bro, and he wear Rice Krispie suits like this.
Right. But in the
I
midst
got
of
hit
that,
by the Rice Krispie man,
but
my
in
G.
the midst of that, the strongest bone in your body on your face, you know a hand can't do that.
Yeah, but I've never been hit like that, and I've never seen injuries like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But even here, when we see this fight right here, this I don't know if you see it on the screen. This is during the third fight. You see right there by that left ear. This is right where we saw the dent at, right above
That's
that or
where
right
y'all
below
saw that, but that's not right. It's not right there. It's actually on the inside, and you can see it right now inside the facial structure.
Right there in front of the knot, right?
Yep.
Between the eye and that knot.
Right.
That's where the dent is at.
Yep. And you can go back years ago and look at the same picture. I can send you pictures myself. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, Malik said the same thing. Now, you know, I've said it, obviously. Malik said it. So, what is there to dispute?
What did he say? I'm sorry. For the people who
He
don't
was
know.
on he was on another show. He was like, you know, I've never seen, you know, somebody put a dent in a man's head. He said his exact words was, my brother got a dent in his head. I've never seen another man do that to another person, no matter how destructive their power was in the heavyweight division.
Right, because Wilder knocked out everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
But never put a dent in somebody's skull.
That's what he's saying.
Tyson never put dents in skulls.
Right.
George Foreman, no
Ken
dents
Norton.
in the skull. Ken Norton,
no
dents in skulls. Okay.
And Ernest Shavers was a hard motherfucker to puncher.
Yeah, some say a lot of people say he was their hardest fight. King Asian Math had a question. Go ahead, my brother. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Got 158 people, 164 people watching. So disappointed y'all won't smash the like button. Just for the content, you don't have to agree with everything he's saying, but the brother took his time to be here. I appreciate the donations, and I appreciate your time and your energy. And Tay, I appreciate you being a friend to the show and blessing me with your time right here. It's truly a blessing and an honor to get some inside information from somebody who is and was there. Versus so we can put a lot of this shit to bed.
Look. This mad person. Listen, you know, you can be funny.
I don't give him no credit in the chat.
No,
and if he crazy, I need to get him out of here. Just say
Marq,
get him up out of here.
No, you ain't got to. But what I'm saying is,
let me see.
You want to know what's funny about the whole thing, Marq?
I don't even know what he said. Because I'm
no.
over here.
I want to point something out to you.
Shout out to Tay though. Shout out to Tay. Tay said I'm watching the chat too. Tay said I'm locked in.
You want to know what's funny?
Let's go. What's funny? Make
His
me laugh.
head doctor was there. So if there was any questions about any of that, guess what? They could have talked to the head doctor who knew about that. Did anybody press the issue to?
Well, hold on. What? I don't even know what he said. What'd he say?
Maybe Deontay head is as soft as your brain.
Oh man,
but I'm highly intelligent though.
Oh no, man, yeah, man, that ain't about shit. That ain't about shit. Don't say his name no more. Matter of fact, get him out of here. Moderator, get him out of here. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with it. Get him out of here. I don't need it. He's one person out of 9 billion people on the earth. He want to disrespect the guests like that. Like, we ain't got to do all that. The brother got a degree. The brother is an educator by trade. So you sound stupid, and for that, you gotta get the matter of fact. If you got a wrench, get Abner out of here. But before y'all do, I want him to see this. Before you go, hold this, my brother. Hold it close to your heart. I mean everything when I say this.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Actually, I ain't making no change. I'm making blocks. Get him out of here. If I and if I keep seeing a man here, I'm taking wrenches tonight. Yeah, man, we ain't gonna do that. Look, this is a serious conversation, and we talking about this. Brother is being candid. He's telling you the truth about how he saw it there. He didn't lie. He made no excuses. Give him credit. Give him credit for that.
I mean, we ain't got to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying this.
Right.
because you didn't have to do this. This won't plan. I didn't say, hey, Tay, I'm about to do a show tonight.
Right. I just came in this motherfucker.
My G, like they don't know what's going on. They thinking like, oh, this was set. No, I didn't know you was gonna be here. I didn't ask for no interview, but you were my first professional boxing interview ever. If not my first, my second. It was between you and Mike Williams Jr. Shout out to Mike Williams Jr. 150 and 300. And Guns and Boxing, dope Facebook group. Say, King H. Meth got a question. Go ahead, King H. Meth.
How would you put together the path for I don't want to use the word redemption as far as, but I think how many more years you see Wilder fighting, and then what would be the course of action to get back to the heavyweight title?
I would say about 3.
Okay, 3 years, and do we attack WBA, WBC? Of course, Fury has that, and he said he's not interested in the 4th fight. But
that chapter is closed.
No.
Yeah, that chapter closed.
Even if he goes over and get unified and gets all the other belts, and Fury got the WBC, he won't fight him.
No, Fury not gonna want to. He's not gonna want to, do that.
But D wants that undisputed. I heard him say he want to unify the division, but I know undisputed means a lot too.
All right, so check this out. This is
and we got a question right here with a super chat after that. But go ahead.
Okay, so this is
super
what
chat,
I found
see your
out.
question.
The WBC is trying to enforce Usyk and Tyson Fury. They giving them a time limit to try to make a date for undisputed match. So which leads me to reason to believe that once they make that, and if Tyson is successful, he wins the belt, he will retire.
He probably don't told him, look, I ain't gonna be here. What is that? What you're saying?
Yeah.
We got a super chat and a question. Kevin House, he said Fury was jabbing Wilder and wrapping up. That stopped his jab straight. The dent was more of swelling in the videos, unless he got an X-ray that shows a dent. Does he have, brother? Do you want to address that?
They don't.
He spent $50 to ask that question. Tay,
bro,
we got to. I got it.
His head medical doctor was with him. The person who know all about that was with him. Why didn't anybody talk to the medical doctor? He's right there.
Okay.
God.
Why was there a 15-minute delay for Wilder's ring walk?
I don't know. I mean, truthfully, bro, because he was.
Were you already sitting down, or did you walk in?
No, I walked in.
So you walked in with him. So what was y'all doing? Like, so y'all didn't even know it was a delay. Y'all just waiting for the cue for the people to tell y'all to go.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Tay, where my drops at? Tay don't gave me mad oh shit drops tonight, and I ain't gave no drops. Where my drops at? Oh shit. I'm a Christian man. Lord knows my heart. These drops are just for entertainment purposes. I don't think you're going to hell for shooting guns in a movie if you're an actor. So please don't judge me for doing my show. Have my own relationship with the Lord. Tay.
Yep.
We were talking on the show, and this, I'm gonna keep it real rap with you. People were saying Wilder was back there and he was nervous. I told people live on air. Keep in mind, I bought the pay-per-view, and I allowed 10 lucky fans or subscribers, people from the neighborhood, whatever y'all call yourself, to make you feel comfortable. But 10 people that fuck with me, I let them have a watch party with me while I did my live.
Right.
And I'm up here, down goes Wilder. Oh shit, down goes Fury. Down goes Fury again. Man, we had a blast. My neck is sore from the veins popping up, Tay. I had to get some cough drops. I heard your voice when you first started. Man, they don't pay me for this, so I ain't gonna show the label. But yeah, I had to go get some cough drops. G. During the fight, I told people, I said, yo, if you're ever part of a big production, these guys want their music right. The rapper couldn't be there. Maybe they queuing the video. You know what I'm saying? Because the video is playing. You got to wait for the video to play. But then also, a lot of times with studios, they hit record early. You know what I'm saying? And have a little pre-roll so we can do what we need to do. When we rebroadcast it, it's always like a delay for you.
Right.
And it's a live show. Maybe it could be the pyro, the lights, but it doesn't mean the fighter isn't ready to walk. So you telling me basically, far as you guys know, it won't no 15-minute delay for y'all to walk to the ring.
But I don't feel like it. Like I said before, I know we prayed. And shit. I know he warmed up. Then we prayed, and then we walked out. So I don't know nothing about a 15-minute delay.
So y'all just walked when they told y'all to walk.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Fury tricked a lot of us? Because we all thought Fury was out of shape. Fury was. Can you agree? Fury was clearly in shape tonight. He got tired. He definitely got tired. But he was in better shape than what we thought he was, right?
I didn't see him get tired.
You didn't think Fury? I did. Bro. No. Oh shit. Fury was tired. Tay, you didn't think Fury was tired? Because other people on called in, it was like, man, Marq Nash, you capping for Wilder. I was like, bro, I don't cap for nobody. Not even my wife and my daughter. I tell them the truth. That's why I end up talking to y'all doing these shows late night. I'll be in trouble anyway. I talk too much. My brother, Fury, I thought Fury was tired because he didn't even move out of Wilder's right hand no more. It was almost like he's so tired, but at this point, he knows he can take it.
Hell no.
Yeah, he won't move it because Wilder that left hook had no authority on it. It was like Wilder had no tank.
Look, remember when I was saying earlier that you started seeing the forearm parry. You started seeing the neutralizing the right hand. He was putting his head in his forearm. See what I'm saying? So when Wilder would punch, it would hit his forearm. See what I'm saying? So that what he was using, like a lot of different tactics, and you got to give Fury credit for that. I saw that. That's something like Mustafa teaches us in our gym, different tactics of rolling and slipping and forearm parry and blocking behind the face with the open face palm. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen a lot of those different tactics. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, for real, bro. I don't think, to me, I ain't see him tired like that. That's just me. Now I seen him tired in the second fight. I seen him tired in the first fight. He didn't look any of that in the in the third fight like he did the first and second, to me.
Fury looked worse in this fight than the first.
No. He didn't look tired at all from the first two fights. Then he looked tired in the first two fights, but I didn't see that from him in the third fight.
I saw it more in this fight. But
you think so?
Hell yeah, man, because Wilder was there for the taking at times. Brad, Tay, I got to keep it real with you.
Right.
Because I said it's already recorded. It's out there. And
he just didn't look
6,000 people don't see it. I can't lie to you to your face, and I don't say it to 6,000 people. Tay.
Yeah.
I said Wilder had his hands down, and it's almost like like, oh shit, put your hands back up. Because he was just dead tired. He was moving.
No, I'm talking about Fury.
I'm talking about Fury being tired too, because he was right there and couldn't deliver the shot, but he got a second win. I want to say late second in the third. He got a second win, and then he got dropped in the fourth, but round 6 or 7, it seemed like he got his second win back, and he started that 1-2 was like pop. I can't believe how fast his 1-2 was, and how he hit it for a big man.
Yeah.
He hides that right hand.
Yeah, he was on it.
And the way it lands on D is a bad tactical matchup because D pulls straight back, or he'll lean over to the left and try to move out, and now it's hitting behind the ear and on the ear or on the temple or behind the head.
But see, like I said before, and that goes back to Malik Scott, certain tactics was used to prevent that from happening. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See what I'm saying?
So I owe Malik Scott an apology then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You telling me are you telling me, Marq Nash, I owe Malik Scott an apology?
Yeah, bro. I'm being 100, bro. Like I said, I know what Malik worked on. I know what we worked on. You know what I'm saying? I know that. So I'll be dead ass wrong and say, no, he was doing this or doing that. No. That what you saw is what you got. But I do know there was different tactics to prevent that from happening. I started noticing in 4th, 5th round, well, I would say majority of the 5th, 6th, and on up, D wasn't getting his head off the line. Now, there was times where they both threw the right hand at the same time, what I thought was funny, because they both missed each other. You know why? Because both of their heads was off the line. You see what I'm saying? But even when pulling back, we've worked on that so many times. Stop pulling straight back. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we had different things implemented. I can't wrap my finger around why or what happened, why he went away from the things that we've been working on for so long. You see what I'm saying? And I know he worked very hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what do you think is next for your brother, my brother, the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder? What do you think is next for him, far as the regrouping and getting back to it? Because eventually you're gonna talk to him. Did he have the surgery yet for his hand? Do you know that?
I believe. Well, I don't believe he had it yet. I don't think he
It
had
was
it
an
yet.
emergency surgery where they had to do
No,
something that night.
no, it definitely wasn't. So he,
Um,
like I said, the doctor, who take care of everything, he should. They just arrived back at home, so he'll probably take a look at it in the morning, whatever case may be. So that's what I do know. Like I say, I'm giving him his space for right now. You know what I'm saying? I won't want to be cluttered and clustered. You know what I'm saying? I know quite sure everybody's calling. No, I call, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure all right. I talk to him after the fight. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
is he trying to jump right back into a title shot, or are we gonna do a regrouping phase with Malik Scott and face some? Because look, even when people say for Deontay Wilder, it's like, in my opinion, it's all or nothing, man. Like, I know he understands he might have to do a fight or two to get back, but the guys he's gonna fight still aren't gonna be no.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, these guys are still like,
Me personally, you know what I'm saying? We can fight the winner of Otto Wilder, Dylan White. We can
oh
fight
shit,
we can fight the Joshua, who also coming off his second loss.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? We can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like D
Hold on,
said,
but Joshua got to lose to Usyk, right? Do you think
yeah, they got
Joshua's
a
gonna
rematch
lose?
clause. But like I said, remember I just said that WBC gonna order Tyson Fury and Usyk to come up to agreement. And this is something I found out last night when I was at the crap table with the WBC. Mind you, I ain't even talking to them, but it's people in my ear texting me while they at the table. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Now I don't
Hey,
know how true it is, but those people was at the table with WBC before I even came downstairs and started shooting craps with them. You see what I'm saying?
okay. Well, I got to ask you this question, and this is a hip hop question. My show is a hip hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly because life is serious enough, right?
Right.
You guys walked in with our guy Loaded Lux.
Yeah.
When did you know Loaded Lux was gonna walk him in, and why you didn't tell me that shit?
Man, it was
Because I'm
crazy
mad.
because I honestly tried to stay away from all that because I even heard people talking about the costume being revealed and leaked and stuff. I
And it
already
won't
knew
true.
it.
It
Right,
won't. Look, I was
exactly.
this close, Tay, to talking about that on my show, and in real time on my show, somebody was like, "Yo, they always release the old costume before the show, like a prequel, like what I'm saying, like to get their views back up, like let people know, hey, we don't
Yeah.
work with Deontay Wilder before." So I was like, okay, nah, I ain't biting that. I don't think he's gonna do that. Nah, I said this motherfucker gonna come in there with a towel over his shirt chest like old Tyson or something, but that's not going to be something he's going to know. He's going to make sure that's not the issue. Yo, he came in there with where the pitch at, my nigga? Hold on.
Somebody Edu,
We
Trump,
got the
Edu Trump.
fouls, baby. We got the fouls,
Yeah,
Tay.
but I was on the plane with him coming back from. We flew to New York first. I was on the plane with him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Who
So
Loaded Lugs?
yeah, man, I was on the plane with him. A cool guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Loaded Lux brings him out. So you didn't know till the last minute either. Loaded Lux was bringing him
Man,
out.
he walked in the locker room. I was like, "What's up, ugly ass boy?" You know what I'm saying? And shit, it went from there.
Him and Sean Porter, like they said, they thought him too long. Nigga got the biggest overbite. Eat an apple in one bite.
Yeah.
Oh, so Loaded Lux know what's up, man. You know it's all love. So you guys, man, are in a regrouping stage. You guys are gonna rebuild. So the team is, as far as you know right now, nothing has changed in the team at this point.
No.
What do you feel about when they say, hey, look, you guys created a lot of division in the sport with Bomb Squad and the Wilder supporters with the glove gate. with all the back and forth. They made things black and white when it should have just been best versus best. Country. Look, I got this banner right here, Tay, and I always used to put this up for people. And I would ask them, what is this fight about to you? Or why is this fight bigger than any other fight that we ever had, probably in the last 20, maybe 50 years in heavyweights, right? Well, I say 20, yeah, about 20, yeah, because we in 2020, yeah, about 50 years since the 70s. We ain't had nothing like this. Like, what is this fight about to you? Is it about race? Is it about country? Is it about pride, revenge, or is it simply the best versus the best? We got you here, Tay Jones, my brother. Why was this fight so big? Go ahead.
Me personally, it was about the best fighting the best. You know, even though Fury had been taken off for so long, but he did beat and accomplish something that no other heavyweight has done. That was beat Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Who at the time was definitely reigning for many, many years, almost over a decade, right?
Yeah, but Klitschko wasn't undefeated though, neither though.
He wasn't undefeated, but he had been reigning for over a decade.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it was about the best for fighting the best, right? And the crazy part about it, I read this today. People say, you know, people will criticize Wilder for not taking less money to fight Joshua to create Undisputed. But at the same time, look what him and Tyson Fury did create. Both of their profiles overruled what Joshua has done in his career. And at the same time, they say Joshua is supposed to have this high profile.
Say, I got to give you pushback right here. People want me to say this. I can't be up here just because I got love for you and just not give you no pushback. And you won't respect me if I did that.
Right.
What do you feel like when people say this is cherry picking gone wrong? He cherry picked Tyson Fury off the couch, 300 pounds on that ooey, and then gets a draw, and he didn't have to go back in there, but he
did.
He didn't have to do that.
Right, he did because he wanted to. He wanted, like he said before, he wanted to prove that, you know, it was a close controversy call. All right, cool, we'll run it back. And like I said, even with Ortiz, he did the same thing for Ortiz. People thought it was controversy about the whole 6 or 7 round thing when the New York State Athletic Commission stopped him. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to go prove people wrong. I can't blame a man for wanting to go prove somebody wrong. But with that being said, you know, Fury wanted to get back in the game, and you know, at one point they were talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? He was helping Fury get back on his feet. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the only person that Wilder has helped get back on their feet. There's many other fighters who didn't have money to feed their families that he fought that he shouldn't even have to have fought. Right? When people say cherry picking, well, we're talking about a guy who started boxing at 19, who ran through the Olympics within a year and some change, and went on to medal in the bronze Olympics, and that's very hard to do if you don't know that. Right. So not only
that all the time when people say he can't box, I argue, Tay. I'll be like, if getting the bronze medal was so easy, we'll all do it. Like y'all wear them fake chains and fake Jordans, nigga, and that fake Gucci.
Well, then at the same time,
it ain't that easy.
You got to think about it.
I went left with that. I'm sorry.
Shit, even when they're doing that time, I think it was like 16, 17 fights. So you got to look at the pedigree. He's still green as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So he had to go that route, and you know, you got to commend him for going that route because guess what? It wasn't definitely nothing given to him like somebody else on the other hand. You know what I'm saying? And look where it got him. Like Deontay said, you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between something that's made and something that was coming from the mud. That person over there was made. The person over here came from the mud.
Some will argue like once you get that bronze medal though, you're a made man. That's something you got forever, man.
Right.
You number 3 in the world.
Right.
Some will argue Tyson Fury got out of the mud. He didn't come in with no Olympic. You guys and Joshua, not you guys, but Wilder and Joshua, they got medals, man. That shit, man. That's gonna be. They got to put that on your shit forever. They're gonna put that on your tombstone. Your hometown gonna put a line saying, "Welcome to Tuscaloosa, home of bronze medalist Deontay Wilder." Forever.
Look at this. Look at this. You see Andrew Ruiz talking though, right? Well, how about
I don't see that. I see you, brother. Like
I'm just saying, right? Say he say he ran through 40 trash cans, but then look,
I can't say that, bro. You can't beat 40 niggas on your block. You can't beat 40 people in your high school class.
But then look at this. The same reason why Joseph Parker, who came out to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and was supposed to fight Deontay next, sold his soul to Joshua. Same thing for Charles Martin. Came to a fight, sold his soul to Anthony Joshua. Now, Klitschko. We was in line to fight Klitschko. We were working on a deal with Klitschko. He opted out and did a deal with Joshua. You can't help because people running from this man.
So when people say, now somebody said Wilder's coach said he wasn't ready and he missed the Klitschko opportunity. That's not true.
That's not true. Now Shelly Finkel.
Yeah, Shelly Finkel said.
Shelly Finkel managed both of them. Now how that was interpreted? Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
See, people forget that. So because they don't mention that part. When I heard it, that was new news for me last night. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So we're getting familiar.
Same people that they talking about Charles Martin. We was going to fight Charles Martin. What did he do? He went over there to fight Joshua.
They had more money for running, right?
It was running from you. But guess what? But what they failed to mention is they got down Luis Ortiz was signed over there. He was signed to Eddie Hearn.
And they didn't give him a fight.
They told him to step aside to let him fight Klitschko, and he'll get the winner. Guess what? You thought that happened? Hell no. They ended up releasing him, and he wanted to go sign with PBC.
But look, did PBC fail Deontay Wilder with that? Because Burmester Vern was their guy at that point, right? He was a PBC guy going over there.
But before any of that, Joshua was ranked number 2 in the WBC.
So he could have fought Wilder, right?
Shit could have been
if he really wanted it.
It could have been happening, but you can't blame. But then again, you can't blame Eddie Hearn for working his magic the way he did. See what I'm saying?
Building his star, and he's a speaker. He speaks well when he goes out there and says, Wilder need to build his profile. Wilder kept building his profile. He had spectacular knockouts, right? And at the end of the day, man, we gotta figure out like where do we go from here, though, Tay?
What you mean?
As far as like people are asking me, like they still asking me, shout out Gentleman Game, do you think Tyson is a clean fighter? Will Wilder and Fury ever come to peace with Fury?
Man, if your face is dented and you know the reason why, would you come to terms with somebody else?
What you mean? Would I come to terms with somebody?
What I'm saying is, if me and you had a fight and your face didn't look the way it looked before you went in the ring, yeah, damn, I ain't talking about just the puffing and stuff like that. But if you been hit with something and you know a fist can't do it, when I'm gonna come to terms, you think I'm gonna come to terms with you? We ain't gotta like each other. This ain't a friendly sport. You think that I'll come to terms with you? Every time I see you, Mark, I'm gonna want to slap the shit out you. Every time I see you.
But I thought boxing was the gentleman's game. Like we make a gentleman's bet to do everything right.
No. Not when you got something. Not when you got a goddamn something to break my skull. When I know my fist can't do that, especially the hardest bone in your face. Do the research. The research is there for everybody. Read it. It's there for you. It's there for knowledge is there.
Somebody said Wilder needs to fight Ruiz or AJ, but any Wilder fight I want to see. He said Fury would beat everyone down though. He said Fury got Fury as the guy, but he said Wilder can beat everybody but Fury basically. Do you see a way that your guy can beat Fury? I know you said it's no fourth fight though, right?
Of course.
But what I want to say though, Tay is if a guy cheated me, right? And I know for a fact, it ain't my opinion, it ain't what I'm thinking, I know you cheated me. I want that O off my record. I want your purse. And I want you out the sport of boxing forever. They're gonna make a movie about this shit. You are done, you motherfucker.
But remember, I just told you it shit not finished. I just told you that.
Yeah. But I wonder why fight the guy this time when really you can get your belt back, you can get your money, you can get that O off your record
it's
because
not about that.
I
Like,
got it in writing right here, motherfucker.
yeah,
You cheated
and I
me,
get what
bitch.
you're saying.
Give me back my O.
I get
Or is
exactly what you're
this
saying.
just but now and
I
I
get
tell
what
people I ain't no boxer though.
Mhm.
You know, no pro boxer. And I damn sure ain't no Deontay Wilder in
Right.
no way, shape, or form, other than we both share the same
Now,
melody.
check this out though.
But my
Check this out.
brother, is
Check
this
this
just
out.
him just want to beat the guy up and want to hit him one more time legally?
Check this out though.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure how some people was raised. I'm not sure, but me on the other hand, I was raised different from a lot of people, and everybody don't have to. Um, everybody don't have to agree with me or whatever case may be, but at the same time, you got to think about it. Me, on the other hand, the way I grew up. If somebody beat my ass and tried to take my life, bro, listen. My mom always told me, my father always told me, you better go make sure you get that person back. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that. And I don't think so. I don't think everybody's not raised like that. Everybody's not taught like that.
Absolutely.
You know, but I am. But see, unfortunately, I know Pastor Wilder. I know his dad. His dad is the same way. Deontay was raised the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where that come from. And I can't knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? But he got his way of doing things, and I can't knock a man for. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock a man for doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you beat my ass, I need to get my lick back.
But it ain't beating your ass like, yo, I cheated you. I tried to kill you. And
Yeah.
and I got your belt. I got the money. Like, I got leverage for the third fight. No, but I got paperwork saying, yo, you did everything
Now
wrong.
look, now
I
look,
can
now,
get you
now,
exiled.
now,
I get you out the business, baby.
now look
If
at this,
if you
Mark.
cheated, get me out the business.
Now look
Show
at this.
me.
Now look at this, Mark.
Wilder, look, he's made a mockery of the shit in Wilder's face and in front of everybody.
And why you think they got to go to court now?
I didn't know nothing about that till you told me earlier in the show.
Don't they say everything what they say in a court of law will be used against you? It's more. He said it numerous of different times. Everybody heard it
when he admitted he cheated.
He said it numerous of times.
What about JD's though? He said JD's was in on it too.
Well, shit. Guess what?
What does that do for JD's?
Well, guess what? Here's the thing about it. Now, if you say JD was in on it, now
he
I
did
do
say
know.
It. Not if he did.
He said it, and he said about Shelly Finkel. But I'm gonna talk to you about the last name after the show. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I was telling you, it was some shit going on behind the scenes. But I get with you after the show about that shit. We gotta talk at niggas then. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but, man, we keep it up. I'll keep it however you wanted to go.
But now
however you wanted to go.
I was just addressing a clown, right? He said Wilder had a dent score again in this fight and a busted drum.
Man, where my red head at?
You see what I'm saying?
They about to make me turn in.
You see how
they about
people
to make me be me for
shit?
real out here, man. What we doing right here?
About.
What are we doing here, man?
You see how people don't be making sense, bro? You know what I'm saying?
They gonna make me be me for real, man.
Because in actuality, like I said before, his medical doctor was right there. All they had to do was ask a question, and I'm so positive to the point. If they had to ask Wilder that question, his doctor would have stepped in. I'm positive.
What about his doctor? During the fight, we saw at some point a ring doctor jumped into the ring in the middle of the fight. What was going on there? I forgot what round. What happened there?
I'm not sure. I know he was taking a lot of punches. As a doctor, he should have. You know what I'm saying? He was taking a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying?
But he's supposed to do that in the corner.
Hey,
did he sit down and was like, "Hold up, man! I don't like the way he got off the stool." Like,
yeah, I said the same shit too. Now I said the same shit. You feel me? I said the same shit.
What about the rabbit punches? It was a lot of rabbit punches from both guys. Tay Jones, what do you think of that?
It was, like I said, it was definitely something from both guys. I do know that, like I said before, I said earlier in the show, the commission, I do know that they talked in the back. They had a very, very long talk with Deontay, and they talked about how the things that they don't want and don't want to see and not going to take heed to that night. In which, for the most part, I would say for the most part, they, the referee did as much as he could, but some of it was slick. You know what I'm saying? Some of it was slick. I know as for Fury, when whenever I did see Fury throw rapid punches, it was much more so when he's in the clinch, when the referee's on his, whenever his right hand would be free, the referee will always be on the left shoulder. But again, that's everybody have their tactics, and that's one of his tactics, and you can't take that away from Fury, because guess what? The referee can't see it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta win at all costs, and I understand that.
Tay, I gotta disagree with you there, and I know
Bro,
you Wilder's guy, but that referee was on some bullshit with that slow count.
He was, but
that headlock. Why warn him a hard warning in the third round and never say nothing else?
Listen to me though, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being very unbiased. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you are. And hey, look, you see how the roles don't switch within the hour we talk. And I'm like, man, there's some bullshit. You were like, nah, but it is what it is. I'm like, fuck that.
No, bro, no, because you got to think about it, bro. You got to think about it. If the referee on that side, we in the fight. You know what I'm saying? We in the fight. Shit, I gotta get some type of advantage. Shit, pop your ass in the back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like I said before, you can't blame Fury for that, although it is dirty, right? Although it is dirty, you can't blame Fury for that because the referee is on the other side. He's supposed to see that, but he can't.
My question here is this, man. Some things the referee saw, though, because I can see it. He's literally grabbing the short, because people are telling me Wilder putting his head down there. No, he wasn't, bro. No, he wasn't. When he was doing it like that, Fury wasn't leaping in for no headlock neither. Once they were tangled up, Fury would do that. He'd just reach up, grab him with the left arm or with the right arm and just headlock him, let go of the headlock, shoot the right uppercut. That's illegal, man. You can't put me in the front face lock. And it was several times he shot Wilder with that. So, and throughout the fight, you can see Wilder seeing it and start shooting his uppercuts early on the inside too. So that was something new I hadn't seen from him. I know your time is valuable, man, and I don't want to take too much more of your time because I appreciate your time and your energy.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I had the phone line open, but I wanted to get my bars off first. When did you get back in the ring? And I open the phone lines up for anybody who want to give me that reaction to this interview.
After I had my surgery.
Do you care to share us what's going on? Are you getting some new?
I got a little torn labor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long is the recovery for that expected to be?
I don't know. I would like to say I got to actually have another MRI because I could possibly get a shot in it because it's been so long. I'm gonna wait on Deontay doctor. He's gonna take care of it. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how long, but I actually had intentions of getting back in the ring in November and in December.
Oh, you was trying to fight back to back.
Hell yeah.
Did you have opponents already lined up?
I didn't, but the WBC is about to start putting on fights down here, and I've already been a part of one of the WBC fight cards recently, and I wouldn't mind doing it again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in the city of Atlanta, and then at the same time, I've been making my own little noise. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely,
and then stuff like that. So I don't really think too much about it. I just, you know what I'm saying, it's just something I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before on your show, man, boxing saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? It saved my life, and shit, I never thought it'd take me at the measures it has taken me before.
Yeah, man. And give me your last take on this event, and what do you think is next for Bomb Squad? Because here's my thing. This can go one or two ways. One, he can go down. I think if he retires, that would be bad. I don't like people telling me he should retire. If you think he should retire, as long as he's healthy, right? As long as he's healthy and he's clear and he's in it for the right reasons, yeah, I would love to see him fight again. But I believe if he retires, people will say Fury retired him. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Before I even answer that question,
I don't believe that.
Before I even answer this question,
but hold on, that's the other part. No, I ain't even finished. But the other way it can go is he can go down as being one of the greatest ever because the greatest won and lost. Like Ali lost, Foreman lost, Ken Norton lost. Everybody, the greatest of the greatest, are all suffered defeats at times, right? And what made them so dope was they they kept coming back. Manny Pacquiao, you just said it earlier when we was talking about Pacquiao. So my thing is this: I don't want us to throw away a guy. Arturo Gotti was still selling out the arena when he fought Mayweather, even though everybody knew he was going to lose. But that's their guy. Like, some people can keep having careers in the face of defeat. Some people get thrown away. I don't think we should throw this brother away. I think he still put asses in seats because he has that right hand, like I said, that was kissed by the gods. What do you say to all of that and more, Tay Jones? You got the last word, as always.
Man, he can do whatever he want to do. Win, lose, or draw. He still got the heavyweight don't move without him. The heavyweight division don't move without the kid, man.
Why you say that? It's moving though, Tay. What you mean it don't move? Oh, because no matter who wins, they're gonna say, well, can they beat Wilder? I guess, right?
They're gonna say that.
Okay.
They're gonna say that, and then it's almost like, to me, it look as if all of them should now, because all of them. Well, I think Ussy's still undefeated, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Joshua, Ruiz, Dillian, all those guys got losses. You know what I'm saying? Let them three mix it up. Or whoever else want to join the party. You got the kid, Jared Anderson coming up. You got Big Shot Shaw coming up. Oh shit, you got fucking Mac Truck coming up.
I about to say shout out to Mac Truck though.
Shit, you got Double XL coming up. Like, come on, man. Mix that shit up then. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, real quick before I let you go, man. I got it. I would be remiss if I didn't do this. We had this thing going on. This is other boxing. Let me get your pick on a couple other things if I can. I know you probably already gave your take on it, but I'll give you some rapid fire. We got a couple fights right here coming up. Two of these are done right now. Number 5 and number 4. I was asking guys which ones were the most important to them, and which fights they were more excited to see. 4 of these fights are still up for grabs: Canelo and Plant, Porter, Crawford, T.O. Cambosos, Stevenson, Heron. Stevenson Heron's going to be in the city. You going to be there, bro?
You fucking right.
You're going to be in the building. Okay. I hope to see you there. Who do you got winning this Caleb Plant versus Canelo fight?
I got Caleb Plant.
Really? Why? It's because he PBC? I got to ask.
Nah, because he's my American brother.
Period. So you rooting for him?
Yeah.
Are you betting the house on him?
Nah, I ain't gonna bet on him.
Okay.
And that's my guy. I know Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Caleb. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna ride with my guy. You feel me? Just like everybody else ride with their guy. You know what I'm saying? So
simple as that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fair enough. Crawford, Porter.
No, I like Bud. But then again, it's all about how Bud gonna look. Cause Porter can make a fight real ugly. Now, if Porter come in trying to box with Bud, that shit gonna be all bad. You know what I'm saying? And those, to me, those times when Porter has tried to box, those has been most of his fights where I didn't think or thought that he looked as good as he normally do. Porter has, he definitely has. Porter definitely has the way to make a fight look ugly, bro. He can make the fight look ugly for anybody. You know what I'm saying? He can. You know what I'm saying? I like, man, like I said, I like both of them, but if I had to pick a choice, I'm definitely rolling with Bud. You know what I'm saying? I actually spoke to Bud less than 24 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Cool dude, cool guy. You know what I'm saying? And I wish them best. I seen Porter last night leaving the fight. You know what I'm saying? I told him the same thing. But do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I like
Bernie the boxer.
Yeah, I ran into Bunny last night at the food court.
Tell Bernie to unblock me on Instagram, man. He don't even know I'm riding with Bud. I accidentally sent him a message by accident. Just going through sharing shit, And
Yeah.
I was sharing somebody's music, and he was like, "Yo, don't send me this." And I didn't even see his message, and I had already sent it, and I couldn't unsend. And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "I didn't mean to do it. I fuck with you." Man, that motherfucker blocked me like that quick. I was like, I didn't even get a chance. I was like, bro, I wasn't trying to sing music, but I
Yeah,
wasn't. My
it
channel
be like
wasn't
that
popping on
sometimes.
this neither,
Yeah,
though.
it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, he didn't know what I was doing on the boxing side of the things. Like, and I root for these guys. But Stevenson versus Herring, I know that's a tough one.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Cause
I'm going with Heron.
tell me why.
You know, I like Heron. You know what I'm saying? The more I would say technically not technically sound, but technically decisive. You know what I'm saying? I think he can make a lot of adjustments more than Shakur can, even though he has that strong amateur background to adjust to anything. And I've seen it in his career. I like Shakur, but I'm just rolling with Harry, man. I just think that, the attitude that he showed me something that last fight, you know what I'm saying? At the, pretty much all of America had doubted him, you know what I'm saying? For I guess not wanting to fight after that little dispute that they had, and he came back or whatever. But he came in, fought Frampton, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I like Heron, man. I'm going with Heron, but I like Shakur. Don't get me wrong, I love Shakur. I just, you know what I mean? And that's where I'm at like that. But like I say,
I can't believe it, bro.
it
First
could go the
one.
other way. It could go, and don't get me wrong, like I said before, that's just who I'm choosing. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I'm choosing. But I like both. Don't get me wrong. Just like I like both for Bud and Porter. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like you can say almost split, but I'm gonna go with Heron because he's definitely the champion. He definitely has shown me more. Shakur, like I said before, I see him wait and be subtle at times, but when he do attack, the motherfucker gonna attack. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I got to give it to him. And I actually think we're gonna see. Shakur attack this fight. So I'm
Really,
interested.
you don't think he's gonna be too defensive minded?
Yeah. I actually think he gonna come. I actually think he gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, he got hella fucking speed. You know what I'm saying? Hella fucking speed. He can move. Like I just want to. I gotta see how he moves. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see how he moves. You feel me? I gotta see how he moves because here let's not get it fucked up. He definitely a champion for a reason. He definitely has exemplified why. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, young and hungry lion coming up. You know what I'm saying? He looking to make his move, and he's already talking like he's the champion, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I ain't taking nothing away from Shakur, but I'm just rolling with Heron. And like I said, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And shit, let truth be told, shit, hope I am wrong because I like both of them guys. That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? But man, you can't take nothing from Shakur, bro. That motherfucker. After seeing him spar with Tank,
Yeah,
shit.
bro. Tank
Yeah,
versus Rolly. Who you got winning that one, bro? You heard me? Tank versus Rolly. Tay, you froze.
I ain't froze.
Tank versus Rolly. Who you got
I
winning
couldn't
that
believe
one?
you just asked me that.
I gotta ask for the people. Well, how do you hold up? Let me get a drop to myself, yo. Hold up. I said Tank versus Rolly. He gave me crickets. He was like, Tank versus Rolly. That motherfucker was like,
I want to hear that.
like, how you see it going though? Like, is he gonna stop him early? Like, he gonna sleep him? Like, is it the corner gonna save him? Like, how you think it's gonna go?
I think that shit can get all bad for Rollies. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I think it can get
That
all
shit is
bad.
funny. He was like, nah, I ain't frozen. I can't believe it.
And don't get me wrong, bro. And don't get me wrong because to a certain extent, I like Rollins. You know what I'm saying? His style is totally different from what everybody's used to seeing. He's another late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, he ain't really supposed to be where he at, but he did it somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly think that Tank right now is probably one of the best in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely like to see him fight a higher opposition because of where he at in his career. But man, dog, Tank, bruh, I've been in the ring, I never sparred him, but I've been in the same gym at the same time with him. that motherfucker something serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker something serious, bro.
I heard the stories about him and Brian Norman. Like I heard
Yeah,
about those.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
How is Brian doing? I think he got a fight coming up, right?
Yeah, he got one coming up. Yeah, he training. He actually had texted me today, but I didn't get a chance to text him back, man. That's my little brother, man. I know he gonna be like, nigga. He didn't text me back, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
How do you feel about Teofimo and the Triller thing? Is Triller good or bad for boxing in your opinion? Also, did they hurt T.O.'s career in your opinion?
Man, that's actually tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Despite like let's throw out the window whatever he said about Deontay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's grown man business, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like T.O., what are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? And then you got to blame Cambosis for not wanting to sign the contract to push the fight date back. But here's the thing, though. I actually had got word like right before the fight was canceled the very first time, you know, that was going to be pushed back because it wasn't selling. But you know, of course, T.O. said something about COVID. Now, I ain't fit to get into that because I ain't, I don't want to go back and forth. You feel me? But I knew that it was gonna get pushed back. You know, so when Tank came out and said it didn't get pushed back because of COVID, it got pushed back because they weren't selling tickets. So if I had heard that a week before and then a week later, Tank does the same shit like train a fight camp or all access type shit, you know what I'm saying, and say it's the same thing. Well, obviously it had to be true, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man, but I would definitely love to have seen that fight. But whatever T.O. chooses to do next, man, I'm okay with that too. You know what I'm saying?
How about Triller being good or bad for boxing? What do you think?
I think it's 50-50. I like the entertainment part of it. I like how the commentators get to like be themselves and being more characteristic on themselves and not have to be really like a company man. You know what I'm saying? Who Duncan Lomachenko?
Tank. I think you're talking about Tank. Yeah.
Hey, but remember I said I would like to see him fight higher opposition. You know what I'm saying?
You said that.
Yeah.
So you don't think he? What do you think about people not giving him credit for the Barrios win? Because that was a big fight,
bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what, Mark? It's crazy you say that because that's the same time.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cough in you. Go ahead.
It's all good. That's the same time we was in camp for Fury or whatever, and I came back home to come to that fight, and you know, Tank and my coach and Coach Calvin, all them real cool.
Were you at the weigh-in?
No, I didn't go to the weigh-in.
Okay, I thought I saw somebody looking like you, but I looked closer.
You probably talking about Marco. Everybody be getting me and Marco confused.
Okay, yeah, but when I looked closer and as I was walking by, I had my that ain't him, nigga. That ain't him. Yeah. Not just still said, "What's up, bro?" Yeah, man, you look like somebody I knew. He was like, "Yeah, man," because he was in the middle of something, but he looked over like, "Who is you walking up to me?" You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought it was you, but as soon as I got close, I knew it wasn't you. But give me your take on that. He don't get credit for that win, but weight classes are there for a reason.
Because it wasn't the official belt. I get yeah, it was the secondary belt. So I guess that's
so what? It's a bigger guy who got a belt
and but
whooping ass on everybody else.
I actually said the fight was gonna go the distance, because of what I saw what they was working on. You know how like we were just talking about Deontay Malik working on the game plan. So when I seen Coach Calvin Ford and Tank working on the game plan, they were shooting the uppercut with his left hand. And hold on. They were shooting uppercut with his right hand because he's southpaw. They were shooting uppercut with his right hand. And I was trying to figure out why. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out why. And then they was working on the hook. And I was just like, well, damn, Barrio's tall as shit. Barrio's taller than me. I mean, I'm not tall, but I'm taller than Tank, but I'm not tall.
Yeah, so you definitely ain't tall. Are you taller than Carlos?
Man, come on, man. Yes, man. Stop playing.
I had to ask. Yo, you know Carlos Jackson, my guy. Yo, yeah. Man. But I ain't got him on the show yet, man. Talk to Carlos. Tell him, man, we're gonna treat him good over here, man.
Oh,
respect, with respect and love. But we're gonna ask him some tough questions as we did with you. And I appreciate you sitting through it. I ain't gonna hold you. Man, I feel like I'm taking up too much of your time.
Yeah, I got pee like a motherfucker.
I know, man. Go ahead, man. Handle your business. Take care of your family. Congratulations again on the new member to the family. All right.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
On the way, right?
What was
Next,
that last question though?
man, I forgot already, man.
You
Shit,
said
low key,
saying
I
about
got to pee too, man. I'm gonna open the panel up and run a break. I don't care. Look, man, this has been a hell of a show. This was not planned, and I totally forgot. Why was they shooting a lead? Right? Were they doing it from the southpaw stance, or were they doing it from the conventional stance with Tank? Because
no,
that's
they were doing
almost
it
look
from
weird from the southpaw stance.
They were throwing a lead left hook. So no, they were doing it from the southpaw. They was doing an uppercut. What I didn't understand. So
like a lead right uppercut. And
whenever
then
he would throw his jab, that was gonna make him come with the uppercut up under because he's shorter. I understood that, but I didn't understand when they was making him throwing a lead left hook. But then if you think about it, you go back to the first round that he dropped him in. The whole time Tank was setting him up. He was probing, and then out of nowhere you just see Tank just boom with the right hook, and that's when Barrios fell. I was like,
over the jab, right?
Right. And I was like,
stepped in on him. He stepped in.
And now when I was like, oh, okay. So that's why I say, maybe his coach, seen something that I didn't see. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't see that when they was working for the burial fire. I was like, damn, that let me know Coach Calvin Ford got a hell of an eye if he saw that. You see what I'm saying? Because Tank was probing it the whole fight, and then he came over with the hook. I was like, damn, okay. So when we was at the fight, it made me think like, but Coach Calvin Ford, that motherfucker kind of got down. You know what I mean?
He got an eye.
Yeah.
He got an eye. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I told Scotty on the show today, I thought Malik Scott might have took off more than what he could chew. And I didn't think he was ready for the moment. It was times his hand looked like it was shaking when he was giving Wilder the water. He said, so what, Mark? Maybe it was. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never been in the situation. I say he shouldn't have been in the corner right there in that spot. Take JD's spot. Get JD's back in the stands. Keep JD's. That's your guy. He can still be a lawyer and do other things with you, but not in the corner. I don't think he know enough about boxing. And move Malik Scott to that corner. I mean, to that position. And like, I think he needs somebody like who knows, who's been I can't, not just say they might know more, but been under the pressure of these lights, the Buddy McGirts, the Atlas, the Ronnie Shields, Virgil Hunter. I thought Virgil Hunter would be masterful with Wilder because he's so cerebral, but far as we know, though, I don't know the man personally, but I feel like he's a no-nonsense guy, but I feel like he will respect him and he will let him do his thing. But I ain't gonna lie, you threw me off when you said that the fitness nutrition guy was this and that ain't Malik Scott's job.
No, what I'm saying, I don't know, like, how can I explain it? I don't know amongst each other of them talking. I don't know to what extent did they talk and work with each other. Like, I know this was his job, that was the strength conditioning coach job, and that was nutrition job. See what I'm saying? Now, how much they talk and things of that nature, I can't say because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how much they talk. You feel me? But I know they talk, but I don't know like what they all had going on. You see what I'm saying? Like I knew my place. Like, so I didn't worry about that. You know what I mean? That wasn't my place or whatever. That's basically what I'm saying about that. Like I just don't. That's something that I can't. I guess rather like talk about or say because I don't have no knowledge of it. You see what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Well, Tay, I'm gonna let you take care of your business in more ways than one. Thank you so much for your time, my brother. I appreciate your energy. This has been a hell of a thing right here. Again, guys, this was not planned. I did not call him, ask him to pull up and say, hey, let's make this a pity party, or because it wasn't that. If you check the playback, this brother was totally candid. He was totally upfront. He didn't run from no questions, but he got to run to the bathroom. Thank you so much, Tay. I love you, my brother. I'm gonna keep the show going. If you want to pull back up, I'm about to open the panel, open the phone lines up, and see what people reaction is to this interview.
I jump back in, bro.
God bless you. Thank you, my brother. God bless. Hey, look, man, that's Tay Jones. I'm gonna drop the link. Pull up. Let me know what you guys think. Spit your game.